What's going on, people? How are you guys doing? First off, let me apologize. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got a sweet tooth tonight, and so if you hear some stuff popping, it's the Pop Rocks, man. Little convenience store down the road, right there at the edge of the neighborhood. Got the Pop Rocks, man. If you grew up in the '90s, you knew what this is all about. So I had a sweet tooth. I was trying to find some ice cream and everything like that, and just really couldn't find any ice cream. So I had to settle for candy and everything like that. Just had a sweet tooth and everything. But nevertheless, though, man, we are in here. Just want to say what's going on with you guys, whatnot. Here in the Houston area, we all are trying to survive the Hurricane Barrel after effects and everything like that. I myself was without power for a little while, and 2.5 days without power. It's kind of brutal. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's not bad. It is the heat. The heat was like bad. The heat was real bad and stuff like that, man. You mix in 92, 93, 94 degrees of heat mixed in with humidity, and yeah, you will be baking or whatnot. Nevertheless, though, man, in between time, man, you know what I'm saying? Everything been good, man. You know what I'm saying? Got a couple of plugins off of the 4th of July sale. Let's see here. And we'll be going looking at that tonight. I'll show you guys that at the end of the video setup and everything like that. But for sure, we will be setting up some vocal stems in Luna to start mixing. That is the whole objective in this video and everything like that. So if you're trying to understand Luna, or you're just new to it, or it's kind of catching your attention, hey man, it's a very good DAW, man. Very good DAW. Not a lot going on with it. Very straightforward, and it's very easy. So without further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into Luna and get into the screen share option. All right, cool deal, man. So let's go ahead and transition here, man. We are in Luna right now. Pop some pop rocks for a second. Yeah, I know this is very unprofessional, so I apologize. But these motherfuckers go hard, bro. All right, cool deal. So we already know our tempo of our session is gonna be 81 and everything like that. And then our name of our session is gonna be shout out to my partner C Dash about cash. Finally got off of his ass and sent me some sessions or whatnot. Retrospect. I think this is retrospect. That's the name of it. So we're just putting the name in there. But yeah, he sent me over quite a few vocal sessions and stuff like that. And we're gonna go ahead and try to put a mix on them, or at least start doing it. And I'm kind of running a week behind due to the weather events here in Houston, but running a little bit week behind on my personal schedule and everything like that. But we're gonna go ahead and get this started and everything like that. So when you're in Luna, this is kind of like what it looks like here. You have the create button right here, and that's just basically where you need to be at in order to get get started in Luna. You know what I'm saying? And once you get started, you can of course name it, and then you have a start from here. Now, right here, when you first get Luna, you may have the default template in there. You have to basically create your own template at some point and put it in there and just have it in there. Have a good location where you want to put it at, and you can have your template in there. Now, if we click on that right here, okay, calm down, buddy. All right, right here, I created my own template, but when you click on the template area right here, this window will pop out and you could choose different templates. Well, I created a template for myself. This is the factory template that comes in there, which flagged my god doggone channel when I first did my Luna video and stuff like that. And very disappointing. Stuff like that. But it's a demo song that they have in there, and it was flagged on this YouTube channel because it's the actual song that's out right now on Spotify and all digital streaming platforms and whatnot. But um, we have your own template, so you can choose that, and once you choose that template, just hit that blue button right there. All right. Now that you have your own template in there, or whatever template you're going to be using, you can tap your tempo in, but if you know what, you can go ahead and enter that in there. Location is very, very important because it's going to try to save it to a default location by way of on your computer. But if you want to create a custom location, you definitely can do that. So what we're going to do is go ahead and click on that location, file. File location there, and then we're gonna go ahead and put it in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a folder, and it's gonna be basically, I'm gonna call it let's see here, client's name and the name of the song. And once I do that, I'll just go ahead and, click on that folder, hit select folder, and now it will save. Give me 1 second. It didn't do what I want. It actually took me to where I wanted to do whatnot. So let me do this real quick. Let me go ahead and just copy that name and then delete that folder. All right. And we're going to go to my hard drive. That's where I have everything at. And we're going to create a new folder there. Once it creates a new folder, there we go. We'll just go ahead and rename that right there. There we go. All right, cool. Go ahead and hit enter, and then make sure that is selected folder, and you should see that right there. So now we have changed the location from the default location to a custom location on any of your hard drive locations that you have. All right, so once we have gotten right there, we can go ahead and just create the new session. If you already have like sessions you're already working on and everything, this whole big old box down here is going to be your recent folders. So if I was to click on here, it's going to open up the last known session that I have, and you can have a running list at your disposal, whatnot. But in our case, we're creating a new session off the template that we have here from the start from, and we're just going to go ahead and hit create. And what it's going to do is create those tracks for us, and bada bing, bada boom, radar. You feel me? All right, cool. So let's get a better look at this here. All right. So what you're seeing here, I'm not on the big screen. I'm on my little screen right here. But this is everything blank. How I have the session set up and everything like that. Everything that you see here is ready to go. So I have my instrumental tracks here in blue. All right. Instrumental tracks, nothing on the tape, nothing on the console inserts, nothing on the regular VST inserts, and nothing on the sends. Basically input and output. That's all we have on all the blue tracks and the green tracks as well. The green tracks will represent the vocal stems that will be imported in onto those particular tracks. And then we have the blue tracks, which is for our beats and everything like that. All right. DJ, oh, what? I didn't know people was on. Okay, they changed something. It's not showing my people viewership in the top left corner. Okay. But what's going on, DJ? What's going on, Big Red? Los, what's good with you? What's going on, man? I'm hanging in there. Oh, wrong one. There it is. What's going on with you, bro? How you doing, Los the King? Yeah, we in here, man. It don't show me. I'm not sure what's going on. It's not showing me how many people are in here, but it normally would have a running ticker, but I'm not exactly sure why that is what it is or whatnot. Guess I have to put a ticket in. But anyway, so if somebody come in and out, y'all help me out. But this is basically this is my first time importing vocals in Luna and everything. I've been really kind of operating off of instrumentals. So this ought to be pretty cool. I'm just gonna really kind of set up the session, and then I'll worry about the mixing later. or whatnot. So because we have, I know in this particular session, there's a 2-track instrumental. We won't need all the blue tracks. So what I'm gonna do is basically go to the, um, I call it the arrangement window or whatnot, and we'll just leave one blue track available here. So you just click the bottom one, hold down Shift, and click the next track that you want to highlight, and in between it'll highlight all of them. Then we'll just go ahead and remove those tracks, and we'll just go ahead and delete all the selected tracks. Boom, just like that. All right, cool. In between here, the green, I'm sorry, the orange, yellow, and red is my buses, and everything like that. So I have a sub mix bus for the background vocals. I got a sub mix for all of the vocals, and I have a beat mix and drum beat mix, and I did this wrong, and let me explain why. So the stems is actually for the music, and the tracks are for the vocals. I need to go back and rename that or whatnot, but we can flip flop it. No, we can't flip flop it. Let's go ahead and hit Control Z, bring that back. All right, so let me correct my own damn template or whatnot. The blue is for the vocals, and then the green is for the stems. Because I already have them routed, it wouldn't make sense to do the vice versa situation. And you can see on the outputs, excuse me, that you see the Vox bus right here. So the only one track I need to do is the actual stems. So that's my fault right there. All right, I'm glad I caught that before I actually started importing everything in there. All right. But let's see here. We'll just go ahead and highlight 2, scroll all the way down, hold Shift, click on that one, and then delete selected tracks. Boom, there we go. All right, cool. Now we in that money. All right, bet. So that one particular green stem, let me change the orientation real quick. That one green stem track over here to the right is going to go directly to the beat mix. So we don't even need the sub mix drums. So we'll just go ahead and delete that. Boom, there it is. And then let's see here. All right, cool. And then the Vox bus and the background vocals and everything like that, we'll keep that the way it is. All right, cool. So we kind of set up and everything. As I always explain when I'm doing mixing, my sub mix or my main fader is always going to be set at -12. It just helps with gain staging at the end of the mix or whatnot. So when I import the tracks in, if something is getting loud, it's basically going to be turned down on the master track. And I found this technique from the engineer that one of the engineers for Kevin Gates. It's a Caucasian guy from Atlanta. I'm seeing 2 C's. I can't forget his name, but he was featured in the Slate All Access Slate situation or whatnot, and he's got a master class, and he used this technique where everything is set regular, but on his master fader everything is set at -12. So he's mixing into a lower volume. So off the bat, you're monitoring at a lower volume at -12. So what that's going to have you to do is start bringing your levels down. So when you bring those levels down based on that main track, minimalist volume on the main track, is going to help you kind of turn all your vocals down or all your stems down or whatnot. And then at the end of the stage, when you're starting to do your bus processing and everything like that, you raise that track up, and then all of a sudden you just got this wall of volume. I've been using that technique, man. It's rock solid. You know what I'm saying? Actually, it's helped me mix and have better gain stage properties while mixing and stuff like that. On top of the pop rocks, I got a Dr. Pepper cherry. So I had a serious sweet tooth. I ain't gonna lie to you. Went to the convenience store. They didn't have ice cream called Marble Slab. That's my go-to right there, man. I get a custom order of ice cream. I get some different flavors. They was closed. Cold Stone, what it is, Cold Stone Creamery. It was just too far. I didn't feel like driving to there. It was a nice little ride, about 15 minutes. I was like, nah, fuck that. So No, I apologize. So we're just gonna do the pot rocks and Dr. Pepper tonight. But yeah, man. Um, I think we're right where we need to be at and everything like that. So once I get my tracks organized, and I'm sorry if I'm being unprofessional, serious sweet tooth, man. But now that we got all our tracks organized, it's time to import in whatnot. And I don't put plugins on just yet because I want to listen to the raw tracks. Now I never heard this song at all. I just unzipped it before I actually hit the stream button and everything like that. So I don't know what this sounds like. Don't know the vocals. I ain't heard nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I'll make a determination on what plugins we're gonna use to get started in this mix. So let's go ahead and get our folder here. And I know when I got this particular am I streaming? I gotta be streaming, yes. Okay, this is messing me up because I don't know if I got people on or not. But my live button is on. Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, the sweet tooth is on and popping. Red. I'm telling you, bro. For real. Like I'm gonna make you laugh, man. I got this one and I got like 3 more. You know what I'm saying? My wife, she wanted something too. So we big on pop rock. So she got 2 of them. She took 2 of my strawberry, but then they had the original OG. So I had to get the original OG right there, man. Yeah, buddy. And these little these little damn packets are expensive, man. These like 150, bro. Like these things used to be like a quarter, 50 cents. These 150 for one, man. Man, everything high, bro. Man, let me tell you something. Damn shame. But let's get back to it, man. All right, cool. So this is all the sessions we have here. Excuse me, all the stems that we have here. We got 1 2-track beat, and then look like we have 7 is that? No, we got 6 vocal tracks. So very, very small session. Not a problem. We can handle that. Let's go ahead and import the beat in here. So when Luna, that's what I was gonna say. When I first got Luna, there were some issues with drag and drop. For some reason, when you drag and drop any file, it wouldn't allow you to drag and drop in there, or it will crash. So since then they fixed it and they've been kind of consistent with it. So what you do is just drag and drop, and you can see that at the bottom of the screen, you can see that that orange line lining up there. And all you got to do is just make sure that's on the 1 position, and it's gonna tell me the imported audio file has a tempo of 120. I didn't know that Luna automatically detects the tempo, but that's wrong. Because I ran that beat through a website that detects tempo. So we're gonna keep the current BPM at 81. All right, so we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll test that theory just to make sure that everything is working correctly. So let's go ahead and zoom out just a tad bit, and let's hit play. I already know I'm gonna get flagged because this is somebody beat. They probably got a YouTube content ID on some whole shit, but I do the same thing too. So it's just another thing I gotta dispute. Let's see here. So let's do this. This is not. Very interesting. Okay. We're gonna learn something today here. Let's see what we got. Let's see here. Warp. We're gonna have to warp this, and I'm gonna have to change the tempo of this. So let me do this real quick. I'm gonna drag and drop that back in here because I'm curious to see why it wanted me to change it to 120. That's very, very, very odd. We got a question here. So didn't just import the tracks first, then import your template afterwards, or just move the tracks to the. How could I answer that one? Good question. Why didn't import the tracks first, then import your? Good question. I don't know. That's that's how I kind of how I started using Luna. Um, I didn't know you can import the. If I'm reading your question correctly, the template. I Let me ask you. It's a common way I do things. If it has, and I know what you're asking, because most DAWs they have it where you can import the template. I think with Luna is that you have to have that template in place first, or whatnot. Because if you go to import here, it's just gonna import your you can import your template in here, audio files, pretty much everything in here, whatnot. Even session as well, or whatnot that you want to import. But um, it's just a thing that I do all the time. I like to have it already set up, for tempo reasons. So to answer your question, for tempo reasons, that's why I'm kind of curious on why it asked me that, because I've always created sessions and I had a tempo already in there, but this is a first right here. Only because it's not my production. That's probably why I'm kind of thrown off on that, because you can see here. Let me pull this up real quick. You can see right here that I went to, if you want to know, the site is vocalremover.org. Vocalremover.org. All right, I went here and I can find the BPM and everything like that. You've been using this for about 3-4 years right now. It's pretty good. So it's saying 81, and that's what I used to um put in the tempo. I guess choosing my template beforehand, set the whole thing up, and it's ready to go. That way, when I just import my tracks in there, everything is on alignment with the time, the uh, the the time arrangement, as far as the bars and the beats and everything like that, with the lines and all that other stuff. But I'm very very curious to why it's trying to have me to change it to 120. Very good question though. It's a habit, but also a habit to make sure that the tempo is on alignment with the session. To answer your question right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna do this again, man, because this got me kind of tripping. Okay, so now it works. So what I'm gonna do, I have to do is just play the original. Let me see here. Let me run that beat back. And then let me play the original beat here. Huh. Very. Unless remover was wrong. Interesting. Let's put this on 120. And let's change our poly algorithm here as far as warping is concerned here. And see if it'll move. And it won't move. Crap. Well then. All right. Let me see something here. Let's see settings. Oh, so we're going to. What I'm gonna have to do is just basically delete this, because this got me all messed up. Yes, sir. And I wonder if, let's go ahead and just duplicate this track here real quick. Let's duplicate this version. And it won't duplicate. Okay. Duplicate without content. There we go. Let me put it on a different track here. So we don't have it on warp. I'm thinking that's what it is, that this has to be off of warp, because you can see here that the warp is not on. I'm very curious to see if this is going to actually work. Let me do this one more time here. Yeah, this is throwing me off. Let me put this thing on 120 and see what happens here. It's weird. Very weird. Right. All right, let's see if this will work. So there it is right there. Very interesting. And this has something to do with warp. So I gotta figure that part out. Let's see here. Why does it do that? So when you put it on Luna Polyphonic, it'll slow the tempo down. And you put it on Razor Blade. Very, very interesting. I just need to leave it at 120, and that's probably lessons learned. Not even to put the tempo in there. But I never had this problem before, which is I'm gonna have to do my research on that. But we got it fixed though. Very interesting. Very interesting. And let's check it one more time here. Yeah, so okay, so yeah, it's keeping it at 120. I'm gonna have to figure that part out. Every DAW have their own way of the warping situation, which what I think I did was not have that on warping. Cause that got me puzzled. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I think I had it on, cause you can see right here on the vocal tracks, they don't have warping on here, and so I could put the vocals in there, not a problem. And I'm hoping this doesn't cause a sync problem. But it's the algorithm is already like on the track, so it's kind of like it is what it is type of situation. Plus, with the tempo of the track that I have with the session and everything like that. But I'm just looking through here just to make sure that I'm not tripping, and I'm not. All right. Nevertheless, though, man, let's keep it rolling. I'm gonna get the vocals here, and we're just gonna put that on the on each of these tracks here, and hopefully we don't run into any issues. All right, let's see what happens here. So that looks good. Does it match the track? And it does. All right. Kind of know this guy's vocals. I mean, I know how he raps, so hopefully it'll line up.
I was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit. If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic. My future.
Okay, so that's what it is. All right, so when we put those tracks in there, it's automatically adding the polyphonic warping on there, and I'm gonna have to figure that part out on how to turn it off. I know Studio One has this weird way of doing that, and I figured it out a long time ago. But here in Luna, seems like they got that same shit going on as well. It's not like Ableton Live where it just automatically just work. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you put in there, it's just gonna stick to that tempo. So I hate programs that do this bullshit with warping and they're not doing it right. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. But it's messing up my BPM because I know this thing, the tempo is like, it's not off.
If I want it, then I'ma push up on
as you can hear.
No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment.
So it doesn't have nothing where you can turn this off at all. Which is really kind of screwing me up right here. I'm just trying to see sync clips to tempo. Okay, so we got sync clips to tempo. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and highlight every track and turn this crap off. Sync clips to tempo. We're gonna go ahead and turn that off. Okay, and hopefully that will work. Turn that off right there. All right, so all of them are off. Let's just double check here. And this is not a part of the doggone live stream, but hey, that's why you call it a live stream. All right, so let's hit play.
I was always on some other shit.
All right, now let's go ahead and delete these tracks out the way. That way I ain't gotta do all that ripping and running with the mouse. All right, so when I adjust the tempo, the audio files should not move. Let's do this. And they're moving. Son of a bitch. Just curious to see what happens.
If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I lose.
Okay. It works. So the files are moving, but they're not syncing to the session.
If I want it, then I'ma push up on it.
That's what it is.
It's only for the
you learn something new every day, y'all.
Right back like chiropractic. My future's bright. Won't dim my lights. Won't say good
all right,
night.
so we figured it out. All right, so I'll know the next time. So I can still do what I do, have the tempo on there at 81. But when I have the tracks on there, I have to basically highlight all of the tracks and turn it off of sync clips to tempo. That's what it is. So if you're seeing this right now and you have this problem, which I ain't no dummy, stuff like that, but I knew it was something deep in the settings or on the tracks or whatnot. Sync clips to tempo is by default is going to be on any track or audio, any audio that you import into Luna. So if they have if this right here has a black dot next to it, sync clips to tempo, turn it off. Take that dot off, okay? And you will be able to put your session at the right tempo, and you should be good. And this is how it's supposed to sound.
I was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit. If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I.
Good. And the reason why I'm so a stickler of tempo is because time-based effects, reverbs, delays, modulation. You know what I'm saying? You need those time-based effects to be on alignment with your session and everything like that. All right, cool. So now that we got that in there, we're going to go ahead and get a feel for what we're going to do and what plugins we're going to do. I'm a channel strip guy. Most people just start with a blank canvas of plugins and everything like that. I like to start strictly with how I want the sound and what kind of color we want with the sound. If we got a laid back beat like this, we just don't want to use like a Neve. You can, but you kind of want to think about it. If you're that mindset conscious of sound. So I'm gonna listen to this. I love API. I love the SSL sound, but those are two clean sounds of you know what I'm saying, what you're trying to use. So we need some color here.
Always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit. If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic. My future's
It's giving need vibes.
Won't say goodnight. I won't go soft, I will not quit. I am that dude, I am a king. I'm on my shit.
What I'm listening to is warm and something that's gonna complement the high end. Give it a natural roll off on the high end without actually having to EQ each sound source or whatnot. So I think the best my go-tos on that, we can go with a Neve, of course. Not a problem, but that's always a given. Let's switch it up a little bit. I just acquired a new plugin. Haven't had a true chance to put it in motion and everything. And I know DJ Big Red gonna like this one. Ready, Red? It's the new Harrison channel strip. I'm gonna apply that on each track or whatnot. That's a bomb ass plugin, man. So it does a damn good job. You know what I'm saying? It's your mix bus. It's your plug-in away from mix bus. Or whatnot, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that onto each track. And I'm gonna save that as a favorite there. All right, cool. So this is the new plug-in. It's been on sale, off sale, on sale since it came out. $50 for a channel strip. You cannot beat that. This thing really does a really good job. It's supposed to be like the exact same coding as the Mixbus 32C DAW or whatnot and everything like that. But the extra that they have in here is a Jensen transformer drive button. So if you know anything about Jensen transformers, you know, Jensen transformers are really good, man. Yeah. They're out there with the Cinemax and, you know, Jensen and let's see here, the op amps and all that other stuff. Jensen transformers they're in a lot of different consoles. But this one specifically is supposed to be modeled after the Harrison 32 console. Okay. But all it is a saturation knob. That's all it is. It gives it some color. You can dial it back. You can keep it at default, or you can give it a little bit of more aggression. This is the VU meter for it right here. You got an output meter, and you have your simple stuff, your gate, your compression, and your EQ. 3 basic things that you need to get a mix started. A lot of people love to put like their Fab Filter Q3 with a goddamn 1176 and a damn 2A with a damn clipper with a saturator plug-in, and they think they're doing stuff. And then you realize that you're mixing a beat down with vocals and your computer crap out. You know what I'm saying? And coming up, man, I never had like a gaming computer. I always had something very minimal when it comes to PC and stuff like that. Coming up in the ranks, and I learned a lot about channel strips, and channel strips will get you where you need to be at. Then you can start adding all of those fancy plugins and stuff like that. So if you don't have a channel strip and you're not utilizing a channel strip, I ain't gonna say shame on you, but it's something that you're really missing out on because it really kind of like it simplifies, you know what I'm saying, 3 processors or 2 processors in one and stuff like that. And you can really crank out some really good sound if you just do it the right way. What I like to do with channel strips, this is my preferred method, is always have gate, EQ, and then compression. Sometimes I'll do compression and EQ. It just depends on what the sound source is doing. But with my ear, I like that front forward sound with the EQ and then compression afterwards. That way you can, you know, tone shape, and then once you've got your tone, you can basically compress that tone down and make it a consistent sound. That's my ideology. If you do it the other way and have compression, basically you're squeezing the dynamics. You have that consistent sound, and then your tone shape and everything like that. So it's basically, how can I explain it? If you do compression, then EQ, it's almost like you have this brick right here. But then you start, you know what I'm saying? It's like a brick right here, but then you have this inconsistency of sound going across. Versus If you have this inconsistency of sound going across, then you compress it like this right here. It's more of a streamlined signal going out, if that makes any sense. So, but it's preference, and it definitely has a different, a different perspective on that or whatnot, man. So we're gonna go ahead, go gate, EQ, and then compression on this whole track just by way of what I heard, and then we'll go ahead and copy and paste on all the tracks. Now, the cool thing about copying and pasting in Luna is very, very simple, or whatnot, man. Boy, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I'm not doing a whole mix. This is the person right here that's actually rapping on it. So, you know what I'm saying? He on Facebook right now. So if you want to hop on Facebook, go to my Joint Chief of Staff Facebook page. And you can chop it up with him. Or y'all can chop it up in the actual chat window or whatnot. But shout out to C Dash, man. That's him right there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the artist. That's the person on the track and everything like that. But we're gonna go ahead and just copy this plugin on pretty much all of the vocals and the instrumental. It's real easy, and let me do that again. I'm sorry, I was talking. So you just basically hit copy. You hit this green button on what plugin you want, and then you just hit the red button. Like, that's all you gotta do is just hit the plus button. So we're gonna put it on here, 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 and then here. Now, what I'm gonna do is, that's basically what we got there. All right. So we got those plugins on there, and then on the bus tracks, on the yellow one, I'm gonna go ahead and utilize the 32 bus plugin on the bus tracks. So let me find it again. Shit, gotta type in and just the side conversation. Looking for plugins in Luna is super efficient, man. I love it, bro. Cause a lot of times you will think of like one word, and if you know the vendor, just type in the vendor, and they just give you the list of plugins that you're looking for. So we're gonna go ahead and pull up the Harrison Mix Bus here. All right, and then this is a bus plugin. All right, so it's basically gonna give us what we need with the busing and everything like that. Okay. And then what I'll do is, what the hell was that? And look like, I hope this Luna program don't act crazy. Okay, so what we'll do is just hit copy, and then we'll click this one, and we'll copy to that one and that one. I'm not gonna put it on the main track because it's not necessarily, because I got a whole totally different process with that. And then let's go ahead and check out what we got with the plugins inserted on there. So there's no change, or there's no alterations on the plugins. It's just basically signal running through the plugins right now. So whatever signal's coming in to the alignment of the tracks at the top, the signal come down and hit the insert, and we go out to the outputs, and then we're gonna A/B that sound.
Was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit. If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear.
We'll go ahead and bypass the inserts.
I'll be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright. Won't dim my lights. Won't say goodnight. Now I won't go soft. I will not quit.
See how smoky that sound? It may sound a little bit too much of a roll off on the high end, but that's where the magic comes out, and you can really bring out that high end. The whole ideology of it is, let's say for instance I was using SSL channel strip or API channel strip. Well, what's going to happen is that I'm cranking up that high end. It's going to be too brittle at the end process. So you have to kind of find some processing where it's going to naturally taper off the high end. So just listen again. I'm going to hit play one more time with the plugins off. So I hit the inserts every insert is off.
Was always on some other shit.
I'm gonna crank up the volume a little bit.
If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright, won't dim my life, won't say goodnight. I won't go soft, I will not quit. I am that dude, I am a king. I'm on my shit, a grown-ass man, alone I stand, just like I'm born. Crown of thorns, I walk through storm.
Okay, so it definitely has a natural roll off on the high end and everything like that, but that's totally fine because we can always bring that back and actually make it sound better, to be honest with you, or whatnot. So we're gonna go ahead and set our main track back at 12.
Was always on some other shit.
And a lot of times what I would do is I'll find a plugin that's gonna make the instrumental sound good. But in this case, so what I normally do now is just kind of analyze the beat, be like, what can I do to make this 2-track sound better? And I think I know what I'm gonna use to make that 2-track sound better. A little bit of excitation or whatnot, but a little bit of sweetener and stuff like that. I could use 2 different things on here. We can go with the SPL Vitalizer, just to kind of make it sound height, and or we can utilize and let me just go ahead and create a thumbnail for that. Or a big we can go ahead and pull up the Slate VM virtual mix rack. They have a particular processor on the virtual mix rack that I like, and it adds a nice little sparkle to the high end. And we're just gonna compare the flavors here, or whatnot. The fuck, man! Activate, man. I'm online. That's this iLock shit. Sorry, my cloud session. I haven't opened up virtual mix. Matter of fact, I did open up virtual mix rack a couple of days ago. So it's just activating, man. Y'all give it a second, bro. Make sure my internet working. Yeah, it is. All right, cool. Okay, I'm hitting next. Let's go. Time is money. Let's go. I paid my subscription. I already know that, man. Shit. Stop playing. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, Red. You got that, buddy. Let's see here. Why not use the Luna API 2500? Haunted. I don't know. I could use it. I saved the 2500 for like drums or the master track, but I normally don't bring that into play until I get to a point where once I'm done with the individual tracks, then I'll go ahead and start applying that on the bus. If I'm working top-down mixing method, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Then I'll put it on there. But I'm a person. How can I answer that? If it makes sense, it makes sense. What I noticed with the API 2500, to me, it darkens up the sound a little bit, especially with hip hop tracks. It not darken up the sound. I'm sorry. It makes it takes out a lot of the high end for me. It takes out a little bit of low end for me. Too much for my taste. but it definitely gives it a punch like around about like shit 150 hertz all the way up to about like god doggone 4,000. In between that frequency range, it definitely gives you punch and forwardness that you need. And I have a tendency of, you know what I'm saying, hearing that with my ears, and it just depends on what I'm using and stuff like that. Because I got a 2-track, I probably won't even use the API 2500 because I like to have individual tracks, and I normally don't use the 2500 on vocals and everything like that. To be honest with you, I don't even know what I would use for the vocal bus on here. Um, to be honest with you, but the 2500, I normally pull that out to utilize on any type of live acoustic sound source or drum materials as a drum bus. I don't like using it on the main. I tried using it on the main. I've used plenty of 2500s. It just got it has to hit right though. But what I noticed that it just takes away from the mix either on the high end or the low end. And it's very aggressive. So when you put that on the main mix with hip hop production, it's too aggressive. You need something more of a VCA, and that is a VCA, but you need something that's not less aggressive. Something kind of like a SSL bus comp or basically, yeah, an SSL bus comp. But if you have something that's busy and you need that compression, then yeah, it'll go too. So it's more like a more of a sound source bus type compression for me. That's just me though and stuff like that. But I don't like how it sounds on the main mix and stuff like that because man, I had bad luck with it, and I kind of stay away from it on the red track, the main mix, and I just have it on something kind of like the beat mix or drums or sometimes synths. I love using it on synths. It compresses real good on synths and just really brings it out and stuff like that. Let's see here. Now you're talking my language now. Now you're talking my language now. Yeah, that one is a sleeper, bruh. That one is a sleeper, bruh. Yes. SBL Iron is good. It is real good. And I don't use it like I need to, Red. I really don't. But it's damn good. Yes, sir. I like everything from SPL, man. My dream is to own one of their processors. They have a channel strip, man. It's the channel strip. It's the SPL 1 Mark III. And buddy, I saw a video and I was like, that sounds expensive. It's only like $1,500, man, for the processor. But man, it sounds like a $3,000 unit, man. Real good. SPL makes some really good stuff. I'm trying not to curse on my channel because, you know, your boy monetized, so I'm trying to attract more people. So I have to tone it down. That was told from my wife, and keep it professional. So yeah, the SPL SPL makes some really good stuff, man. Or whatnot. So I'm gonna have to take, yeah. Well, I'm gonna remember that, the iron for sure. Yeah. Let's get to this track right here. I'm gonna keep that up there too, man, just for a reminder, or whatnot. Where I was getting to. Okay, yeah. So, what I like to do is use the revival and the this little situation right here. This 36A, it's kind of like a top end exciter. It normally insinuates a lot of that mid to top end. Really brings out some good harmonics in the frequencies, and then the revival I utilize that thickness to kind of give the bottom end some juice. Excuse me, on the track itself. So I'm gonna go kind of like play around with these two and see what I can get cooking here. So we're gonna start out with the virtual mix rack first. And let's see what we can get here. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. My bad. I'm gonna let that music play in the background, but let's see here. Let's see, I remember a few streams ago, they saying that 4K was out of your price range for the Apollo. Yeah. Yeah. Whatnot. Man, you know, it's a lot of good interfaces out there, man. It's like I'm saving for a new interface. I'm operating off of my Motu M6. It's certain things, and I'm looking for an 8-track. So I got my old trusty Scarlett down there, the 18i20, and I like the 828 Mark III from Motu. It checks off all the boxes and everything like that. I also like what the Focusrite Claret is doing, but I want to kind of up my game with the USB peripheral. So that USB 2, I know it's going to be some latency issues with that. I don't have a Mac, so trying to even think about trying to get a Apollo X series is out the question because I need Thunderbolt, and my computer just don't have the Thunderbolt situation, man. But bruh, what I would love is an RME though, or an Antelope Audio Orion, but that's out of my price range, man. So my whole budget, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, my budget is to keep it, I mean, $1 under $1,000, no more, no less. $1 under $1,000. If I can find, and that, I'm telling you, man, that Mark, the Motu 828 is Mark III is perfect for me, man. I did my research and I look every week. It's like nothing ain't really hitting on it. The PreSonus is real good, but what I don't like about the PreSonus is the metering. It's just a blue light, you know what I'm saying? I'm so used to looking at this green LED on the Motu M6, and it's just easy to meter. Hey, where you at on your input? Turn this down, turn that down, and the sound is very dynamic. It's very dynamic, and it doesn't feel like it's squeezed like on the Focusrite 18i20. It does a real good job, but if you print a stem out, you'll definitely hear a difference. It seems like that sound is squeezed just a little bit. And with the Motu M6, it almost sounds like a Apollo interface, as far as the conversion is concerned, and stuff like that. So, if you ask me, it's the poor man's version of the Apollo, and stuff like that. So, MacBook. Man, there's a dude on Instagram. He sells music equipment. He out of Georgia, somewhere in Georgia. I think they call him the Mac Man or something like that. But he sells like different gens of MacBooks, and they already preloaded with everything that you need to get started, man. I'm talking about Fruity Loops, Reason, Ableton Live, Pro Tools, you know what I'm saying, Studio One. And I already know what time it is with that. But every time I hit him up and stuff like that, he don't respond, or he'll be sold out on that particular package. And he has whole studio packages and whatnot, man. I'm gonna have to find out who that guy is and show you guys and whatnot. But real cool guy, man. Shoot. And my bad, I missed you on this, Red. Yeah. I pull out so I had mixed something in Luna last night. It was a beat, and I actually put the 2500 on percussion. So that's another sound source I use. Percussion, guitars if I have to, if I have more than one guitar, drums, the drum bus, and synths and stuff like that. The SPL Iron, I don't use it a lot like I need to. That motherfucker is a beast. I'm telling you, man. I've used it on a whole mix, and it's like you want to just compress more and more and more. It's very transparent, man. Very transparent. All right, let's check out this beat, man, and see what we got here. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and crank up the low end. Now we already got a pretty good low end with the bass, that bass line we have in here. So basically, I added the thickness on the revival. I added just as much of it where you can actually feel it through your ears. Um, this is where years of mixing Red probably can understand where I'm coming from. When you hear something, you can feel it internally. So when you add and you do like your own EQ in your car, a lot of times you're gonna feel it if you got like subwoofers. But if you don't feel it, or if you don't have subwoofers and you add that low end in your car, you hearing the low end, but sometimes you can feel it. Not through your back seat, you can just feel it internally. That's what we did. We added a little bit of low end, nothing too much. You can hear a slight subtle difference audibly and stuff like that. Now what we're gonna do is adjust the high end. I'm gonna try to find the hook part on here. Let's go ahead and add that high end on here. So I'm adding just a hair bit of high end on there, not to take away from the beat, but add a little bit of a little bit of sheen to it, or whatnot. And I think that stopping point was right there. I can kind of feel when I'm getting a little bit too more aggressive on that. And you can listen to the hi-hat. And right now that's a little bit too crisp. But right there, I dialed it back just a little bit. And if we was to bypass this whole situation, oh shoot, that's not it. Bypass. All right, let's take this on the mixer itself, and that way we can do a proper bypass. You kind of hear how it sounds radio ready. You hear that noise in the background? That's what you want to insinuate. Turn it off. See how clean and sterile it is? That's what we wanted right there. I like that sound. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I don't even want to kind of play around with the SPL. But we'll go ahead and kind of get that situation started here. Before I do that, let me go ahead and add my my analyst tool here. Let's see, audio file. Add my mix checker ultra here. All right, cool. We're gonna go ahead and hit the bypass on there. So I learned with this plugin, if you hit the bypass, it's gonna bypass all of the circuitry with the checking out the sound sources on these different speakers and everything like that. And all you will be able to do is just utilize the analyst tools that you have here. But if you keep this on, it's gonna alter your sound. You have to keep that bypass, and then you can still utilize the analyst tools. So if you do have a chance to get this plug in, when you have it on your master bus, you can keep it on, but make sure that bypass is on. Otherwise, when you have that on, it's gonna it's not gonna be the true sound, if that makes any sense. All right. So I got this on so I could check the crossover point from low frequencies to high frequencies. Let's hit play. So right around about right about 900 to 1,000. All right, so 900 to 1,000. Wow. And the reason why I'm looking for that is because on this process button, you have the mid tune. So the mid tune is basically going to
How can I explain this? This is kind of like an EQ, but it's the exciter at the same time. But it adds some excitation to it. But the mid-high tune is basically the crossover point. So I'm going to put that all the way on 1.1. That's just going to represent 1100 hertz. And then you turn up that process button, and that's going to bring out a lot of that high end. And then this LCEQ, this brings out most of the high frequencies. Okay, and then your compression with the bass roll or whatnot, that's going to basically round out that bass. The Vitalizer is a tool that I can't explain. I can just tell you this knob do this and this knob do that. I don't know it's the way they have it, the nomenclature of it. Someone from SBL will have to tell you. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I've used it for years. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why I say drive is gonna give you saturation. The bass is gonna round out or give you a boxy bass, and to bring that out, the compression, it'll basically, you'll get your roundness or your boxiness, and then the compressor knob is basically gonna compress only that low end. The mid-high tune is your crossover point. The process is to crank up that high end. The LCEQ is to bring out all the treble and then intensify that. And then the stereo expander is basically a stereo with knob. And then you have your output. I mean, that's what it does or whatnot. But we'll play around with it and see what we can get out of here. All right, let's hit play. Got any signal coming through here? Yeah, okay. There we go. So what I'm trying to do is get that green light to react to the gain reduction of the rhythm of the kick drum. So if you look at that green light or that blue light, it's blinking to the kick drum. I like that rounding out the bass. Yeah, make it in a soft round bass. Yeah, I like that. Now if we go to the boxy, it's more of a tight, and it kind of sucks out the life of the bass line. So we're gonna go back to the rounder part. About right there. And let's see, let's go to our mid-high tune. We're gonna put that all the way on 1.1. And we're gonna go ahead and crank up the process just a little bit because this thing is very aggressive. Let's bring it back. Ooh. It's not as... This makes me want to turn it up. So I'm going to turn it up a little bit. And, It gets nasty. That's what I thought it was going to do. But you can hear the difference though, right? All right, and then from here, we'll go ahead and seems like around about 6,000 is where our sweet spot is. So we're gonna put this LC EQ knob on around about in between 6 and 8. I'm gonna increase the intensity. And you can hear it starting to break up. And then your stereo expander, we're just gonna spread that stereo a little bit. I like that right there. And we overloading a little bit. Let's bring that output back a little bit. Yeah, it's taking away from our juice. All right, so let's go ahead and turn it off. It's like it's there, but it's not enough light for me. Let's go ahead and do an A/B comparison here. So ooh, this is a tough one. So this is the virtual mix rack, the vitalizer. So we're on a virtual mix rack. The vitalizer. Kind of like that. I'm gonna back off on the intensity on the LC EQ. Damn, this is close. Okay, I'm gonna go with the virtual mix rack. It adds just a little bit of weight on the high mid side, if that makes any sense. I feel like I'm reaching, you know what I'm saying? I'm reaching this like this. I like the sound of it, I ain't gonna lie to you. It just doesn't fit the track, and it's not giving the high mid a little bit of that weight that I needed to have. It's cool, but it ain't cool for this track right here. So we're just gonna go ahead and stick with that virtual mix rack joint right there. And the processes that we have on is right here. We really don't need the trimmer unless we need to, and there's nothing else that I think that I could add or even put on here. If I wanted to equal out the dynamics, now I could put the bomber on here. And this thing right here is weird to explain. I never understood it, but sometimes it works, and it adds some type of dynamic to the to a two-track instrumental or whatnot. So let's just kind of play around with it and see what we squeeze out of here. So we're gonna go ahead and put a present tone to it. I don't think this thing need a fat tone. It just need a present tone. So let's go ahead and try to drive that in there. So I'm using a trimmer to gain stage. You kind of want this needle to be right there in the middle, right there in the middle of the bomb. Yeah, the fat is too much. It's too much. It's too much. Let's bring back that trimmer. And then we just make up the gain. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds damn good. Yeah, cool. Keep it right there, baby. All right, cool. So once we got it right there, we'll just go ahead and bring our fader back down to the safe spot at -12 right there. All right, cool. So that's basically how I do it. I don't even touch the vocals or anything like that. I just trying to make sure that that beat is sounding good, because especially with 2-tracks, over the 20 years of dealing with 2-tracks, even Carlos Montgomery, crazy ass overseas. So let me tell you a story how I met this young fella right here, man. So we both served overseas at the same time, and I started mixing his stuff. I ain't know the dude was a rapper until let's see, how I met him was through a mutual friend, and he came by the studio. I think yeah, it was him. He found me first. I don't know even know how he found me, but somebody said that I was doing music at our residency overseas or whatnot, and you know what I'm saying, he came looking for me, and stuff like that. We chopped it up and did some tracks and stuff like that, and we cut a whole album overseas or whatnot. And ever since then, you know what I'm saying, we just maintain a good brotherhood and stuff like that. So yeah. But I ain't gonna lie to you, see Dash, you know what I'm saying, he's very particular about his music and what he hears and what he likes in his music, and it's just kind of like a natural instinct working with him. So it's almost like, you know your sister is going to get on your nerves. She know how to push all your buttons and stuff like that. Well, that's C Dash. Not to say he's a sister, but you know what I'm saying, he know how to push my buttons when we in the studio. I have to kind of sometimes tell him, you know what I'm saying, hey bro, it's done. And he tells me on the beat, it's done. So we kind of compliment each other and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying, basically, you know what I'm saying, what I was trying to get to was, though, I just had to throw that in there. You know what I'm saying, once we got to this point right here, just kind of like just dealing with 2-track beats and everything like that, what I like to do, and I've been doing this for years, is get the instrumental right. If you can get the instrumental right and have it sounding pristine for as like tone, dynamics, excitation, stereo width, and all that other good stuff or whatnot, you can actually get those vocals to sit really, really good, because it's a game of beat and your vocals right here, because it's not a multi-track. You don't have all the instruments in the session itself. You only have that 2-track beat. It's a layer attack mode. You know what I'm saying? So it's your beat here, and then the vocals sit right there on top. You know what I'm saying? It's like icing on a cake. Your vocals is the icing, and the cake is the beat. You know what I'm saying? That has to be put on there smooth, and just like when you're listening to music, like that vocal is just sitting perfectly on top of the track. It's just like icing on a cake. When you eat into that cake, sometimes when people make a cake, it's too much icing, too much vocal. You know what I'm saying? If it's not enough icing, that means it's too much cake. You have more instrumental than the vocal. So you have to understand how to get the right amount of icing right on top of the cake. That's the best way I can explain people when they're mixing vocals with 2 tracks or whatnot. And it's a hard method to do, because you're dealing with perceived loudness with the two. You know what I'm saying? Because the vocals is pretty much gonna take over the 2-track because you got one audio file versus more than 8 audio tracks or 3. You know what I'm saying? But it's 2 or more audio files than that one track. I don't care how loud that bitch is or whatnot. You still have to get a balance at the end of the day. So it makes it real hard trying to get the balance just right. And I tried everything, man, from got doggone, using the center plug-in from Waves, to using, compression and all this other stuff. The best tool for me that I found that works really well is to check the mix in mono. It's an old school technique that a lot of people just kind of forget about. You checking in mono, and what mono does is everything in the stereo field right there in the middle. So what you're doing is you're playing the layer game, just like that. Beat right here, vocal right there. If you turn the vocal down, what's going to happen? It's going to start syncing, and the beat energy is going to be here. You turn it up, and if it's too loud, that mono going to tell you, hey, that vocal way up here. You need to bring it down right there. And then when you put it back in stereo, it's right there. That's the best thing that worked for me. I done tried everything, man. That works for me, though. You know what I'm saying? That works for me and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and put the vocals in and kind of see where we at with the vocals, and we'll call it a day. Appreciate you, my boy. I got to see what that is right there. I'm kind of curious to see what those settings is, man. Just for the show, I'm just going to go ahead and download it, and we'll put it into play, man. Yeah, because I iron, yeah. I got that's when you know you got too many goddamn plugins or whatnot. But that SP at iron, I can't. That puts a smile on my face. I like the way that whole look. And sorry, my bad. I like the way that plugin look, but it does a really, really good job at the same time too. All right, so let's go ahead while I go look for his preset here. Let's go ahead and see how this sounds. Damn, my bad. I got it on solo. Let's run that back one more time because I already know C-Dash got something to say in the beginning. Oh, he don't. He forgot. I know what he's doing. He's trying to let that bad boy ride in there. I see your boy. All right. Bet.
I was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit.
So now what's going on is this is going to force you to go ahead and bring those vocals up or turn the beat down.
Right back like chiropractic. My future's bright. Won't dim my lights. Won't say goodnight. I won't go soft. I will not quit. I am that dude. I am a king. I'm on my shit. A grown ass man. Alone I stand just like I'm born. Crown of thorns. I walk through storms. And never saying that I'm Christ, but trying to live like Christ, shooting crooked ass dice in this life game.
Just looking for this preset right now. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and I'm gonna listen to it and see what I need to do and everything like that.
Tie your shoes up tight and pray that looking back you got your 2-step right. Good night. As I recollect in retrospect. It's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. As I recollect, retrospect. It's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. Ain't no real view. To my future, got a clear view. Say it loud as fuck when you pray and hope he hear you. The devil listens as well. Had all the best intentions, but you still landed in hell. That's jail cells on the block with the rocks in your socks. On your way to make a night when you get stopped by the cops. Coincidence of events, I'm thinking not. I'm thinking more like a plot by the same niggas laying in your spot. And these your so-called friends, they know you're riding dirty.
I know I ain't put them laughing emojis on there. I'm just fucking with you, man.
Now you get them folks a dirty smirk. They found nothing and they feelings hurt. The ones around you mean you no good. The same ones in the picture with you throwing up hood. So what's good? As I recollect in retrospect. It's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. As I recollect, in retrospect, it's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet.
Jeez.
It's funny
You
how
out here
perspective give your
big.
life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frame.
All right. Had to do my little pop rock situation. All right, cool deal. Let's see if we can get this this preset in here. The heck? Let's see here. All right. I'm trying to see where we can import the presets in here. Let's see. Oh crap. Hold on 1 second here. Really? Okay. Interesting. Let me see. Oh crap. No. No. All right. Oh yeah, I went way back, my boy. Yes, sir. I got a sweet tooth, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wanted some ice cream tonight, but shit, the hurricane fucked every store that had a damn freezer up, so ain't no damn ice cream anywhere until they get another truck in. So the original year, yeah, boy. Let me tell you something, boy. When I saw that store had that, man, and they be hiding that shit. That shit was like right there on the goddamn floor at the bottom. You feel me? But yeah, man, we got the Pop Rocks, man. Shit, all I'm missing, goddamn, is a Sprite with some motherfucking, with a Sprite or coconut rum with pineapple juice. And this, yeah, cool. Real good. All right, cool. I'm trying to find out how the hell I can import my guy Red's preset in here, and it's not allowing me to. Right here on default, it's telling me that I can. Oh, okay. It's asking me to add a track in here, but there's no way I can import that in there. Not on the plugin. This is one of the things that I do not like about Plugin Alliance. One of the only things is that their preset game, they rely on the DAW a lot of times to have your presets to come in and out. Now you can copy, you can paste the preset, you can reset, but you can't import a damn preset in here. It's almost like they have you got to figure this shit out type shit. Whatnot, man. So, hey, Red, man, tell me what the parameters is, man. We'll do it like that. Yeah, inside the folder. Yeah, but I can't even pull up, man, the regular presets in here. That's the thing. Hold on 1 second, bro. Let me see. So you can save your presets inside of this particular DAW, but it won't. You know what? I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm going to shut up. And I'm going to listen to my boy Red. Yeah, let me copy this preset over here real quick. I'm going to shut my mouth. Put that inside of there. All right, let's see if it'll pop up now. Let me reload this plugin one more time here. Remove. Let's go back here on the vocal bus here. And earn. Now let's go to default. There it is. Boy. I got it, big dog. No worries. I got it. Yeah. your method is definitely it. So if you're in Luna, and you utilize plugin alliance, you have to put your presets in the documents VST3 preset path. Plugin alliance need to fix that because that's whack. You know what I'm saying? They need to have the preset built into the plugin itself. I think they really started to take a lot of shortcuts since they got bought out from Native Instruments. And I know the guy that used to own it, I forget his god doggone name, Dirk. Dirk would have fixed some things and whatnot. What's going on, big dog? What's up? Man, it's 11:17 p.m. and you talking about you want to eat candy now? Go see. Come on. Come talk to the people, man. Tell YouTube what's happening. Look in that camera right there. Tell them what's up. Say what's happening. Tell them, you know what I'm saying, you going to learn one day, huh? All this other stuff, huh? Huh? Yeah, we're gonna hook you up. We're gonna hook you up, man. He trying to stream and everything like that. And stuff like that. Guess I gotta open up. We all eating candy in here, man. We all got a sweet tooth. He got the roll. The gum, what'd you call this, gummy roll? Huh? No? Oh, okay. Here you go, man. It's open. Don't eat it all in one night. All right. Close my door. My guy. Appreciate you. My bad. Yeah. Back to what I was saying. Yeah, man. If Dirk was still owning his own company, which he probably still owns a little bit of it or whatnot, he just don't have the he relinquished all creative control probably to Native Instruments or whatnot. But they really need to start implementing a lot of their plugins with a built-in preset save, import, and all that other stuff. And it's a shame you have to go through this, you know what I'm saying, Windows document VST3 presets, plugins, SPL, Iron. That's a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know about that. And yeah. And so again, Red is the doggone savior up in here on that one right there, man. I know, right? I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Because I like to take the hard way around and stuff like that. I just go ahead and do, and I don't go by the book, man. You right on that one. You can ask my daughter too. Yeah, she definitely she put me in my place on that one. All right, cool, man. So let me see how I can. Let's see. Okay, so you just click on it. That's cool. So I guess every DAW has their way of bringing in the preset. But when you let me reset this thing. So if you look at the parameters on the screen, instead of like I guess importing it in there, you just click on it in Luna, and your preset is there. That's pretty dope right there, man. Let's see what we got here, man. So Red got a fast attack on. He has like a fast medium release. Threshold around about negative. Well, you got it on about 15. Input at 2 dB. Output at plus 2 dB. Or actually, the input is at 0. Output is at plus 2 dB. And we just gonna. I love to play around with the random channel because it just gives you just gives you different frequency curves there. And the rectifier here is on the LED. I like the LED one, man. The LED and the germanium and the silicone, those are my favorite right there on the rectifier there. No sidechain EQ on, and he has a high pass sidechain filter at 100. I like that. And mono maker at 83. So everything under that vocal, I'm gonna bump that up to about 100 right there, man. I like that. Let's see how that sounds just as starters and stuff like that. We'll go ahead and turn that off. And play. I like that. Let's see here. Hey.
I was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger.
Now we're gonna go ahead and turn on the plug.
I'ma push up on it. No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic. My dim my lights, won't say goodnight. Never, I won't go soft, I will not quit. I am that dude, I am a king. I'm on my shit, a grown ass man, alone I stand just like I'm born. Crown of thorns, I walk through storms. And never saying that I'm Christ, but trying to live like Christ, shooting crooked ass dice in this life game. You don't get to do it twice, man. No second chance to do the dance with devils. When you party on that level, tie your shoes up tight. And pray that looking back, you got your two-step right. Good night. As I recollect, in retrospect, it's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. As I recollect, in retrospect, it's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. Ain't no real view to my future, got a clear view. Say it loud as fuck when you pray and hope he hear you.
All right, cool. So I made a minor change to your preset, man. I actually increased the output at 4 so it can be gain level match with the original vocal. And I forgot the tube bias is at medium. Let me see something here real quick.
Be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright. Won't dim my lights. Won't say goodnight. Never. I won't go soft. I will not quit. I am that dude. I am
So
a
I put
king. I'm on my shit. A grown ass man. Alone I stand just like I'm born. Crown of thorns. I walk through storms.
All right, cool. Let me put my surface. So I put the tube bias on low because that mid was just a little bit too. It was darkening up those vocals a little bit, like a tidget too much. Let me check it one more time.
Be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright. Won't dim my lights. Won't say goodnight. Never. I won't go soft. I will not quit. I am that dude. I am a king. I'm on my shit. A grown ass.
I put the attack, the notch, not on fast, but right there at about 10 o'clock. And I like that, man. That's very, very minor changes to it or whatnot. I'm going to keep it on the LEDs rectifier
Be
there.
right back like chiropractic. My future's bright.
But I'm curious to see how it will sound.
Be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright. Won't dim my lights. Won't say goodnight. Never. I won't go soft. I will not quit. I am that dude. I am a king. I'm on my shit. A grown ass man. Alone I stand.
Yeah, that's it right there, man. I like that right there. We ain't really had to do too much to it. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, man. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and play around with the random channel. And I'm very dumb when it comes to this, but just follow my lead. So normally if there's a track 6 and then I'll count the sub mix as a 7 and 8, vocal bus 9 and 10. All right. So basically I'm gonna put it on 9 and 10. It's just different frequency curves or whatnot, man. There ain't no right or wrong way to use that TMT technology there. But we're gonna go ahead and put that on 9 and 10.
Be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright. Won't dim my lights. Won't say goodnight. Never. I won't go soft. I will not quit. I am that dude. I am a king. I'm on my shit.
And actually that sounds really good. That right there, 9 10.
Just like I'm born. Crown of thorns. I walk through storms. And never saying that I'm Christ, but trying to live like Christ, shooting crooked ass dice in this life.
I like what it's doing already. It's already pushing the vocals up forward in the mix, and it's mid-rangey. I like that. That's why we there, man. We there. Yes, sir. What you got there, big dog? Let's see here. Oh, okay, got you. And see, I work hard, bro. I'll tweak everything on the knob until I get it to that 1 to 2 dB mark. To be honest with you, or whatnot. I just like playing with shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. But yeah, that's real cool. And why did you UI changed on here. What the hell?
Be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright.
Okay.
Won't dim my light.
I can
Won't
work with
say
that too.
good night. Never. I won't go soft. I will not quit. I am that dude. I am a king. I'm on my shit. A grown ass man. Alone I stand just like I'm born. Crown of thorns. I walk through storms.
Bet. All right, cool. So now that we got the we'll be mixing into the SPL iron as a bus compressor. And what I need to do is I totally forgot about this. We make sure that compressor is off on this particular plugin. So I'm basically treating this as kind of like a drive unit, you know what I'm saying, for as like getting that signal where I need it or going through the signal path of this plugin. Turning off the compressor completely and just utilizing the EQ, and then we have the vocals right there, or whatnot.
Be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright. Won't dim my lights. Won't say good night. Never. I won't go soft. I will not quit. I am that dude. I am a king. I'm on my shit. A grown ass man. Alone I stand just like I'm born. Crown of thorns. I walk through storms. And never saying that I'm Christ, but trying to live like Christ. Shooting crooked ass dice in this life game. You don't get to do it twice, man. No second chance to do the dance with devils. When you party on that level, tie your shoes up tight. And pray that looking back, you got your two-step right. Good night. As I recollect in retrospect. It's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. As I recollect in retrospect. It's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. Ain't no real view. To my future, got a clear view. Say it loud as fuck when you pray and hope he hear you. The devil listens as well. Had all the best intentions, but you still landed in hell. That's jail cells on the block with the rocks in your socks. On your way to make a knot when you get stopped by the cops. Coincidence of events, I'm thinking not. I'm thinking more like a plot by the same niggas laying in your spot. And these your so-called friends, they know you're riding dirty in that photo Benz. But little did they know you had a photo lens. Preview to see through the bullshit you was in. Did a cleanse.
All right, cool. I need to make an adjustment on the.
I recollect in retrospect. It's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. As I recollect, retrospect. It's a forest full of trees.
So what I'm doing is basically checking this hook in mono.
Same spot, different views, different mind frames.
All right, so I'm checking the hook in mono, and just to kind of give you an idea, everything is straight up the middle. There's no panning on the vocals, but I'm checking it in mono. So just really kind of like just getting those levels just right. And once we do that, and everything like that, man, we should have some consistency across the session, going from hook to verse.
It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. As I recollect, retrospect. It's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. Ain't no real view. To my future, got a clear view. Say it loud as fuck.
So you can really kind of like hear, you know, we ain't really did no mixing at all. We just kind of gain staging, getting everything right. And, you know what I'm saying, the vocals are basically like this. You know what I'm saying? So certain spots are louder than others, but it's kind of like right there in the median, and everything like that. That's how I do it or whatnot. I ain't even touching no panning or anything. Just really trying to get those levels just right. Once we do that right there, that's basically it. You know what I'm saying? I color code all my tracks, so I know for sure that the vocals here is in purple. And then, I'm sorry, the hook is in purple and the verse is in blue. All right. Now, if I was in Studio One, of course, I could just go ahead and chop off a lot of this here. This excess audio, which I don't like. You can just go ahead and chop that off right there. And a little bit of that is moving slow because I'm streaming. Luna is very sensitive, and I don't like to make it go crazy. So I just take my time with it and let it chop off what it needs to chop off. It has a different feel when it comes to the mouse and some of the keyboard control command keys and everything like that. But it's super simple, man. Like it's super simple. It's super simple. It slowly is Xing out Studio One because I ain't opened up Studio One in some couple of months now. To be honest with you. All right, cool. So now that I have my tracks looking like that, I am ready to mix, and everything like that. One thing I'm gonna check with this particular plugin is how much drive that I got coming in here. All right. So let me check it on more of a source that would make sense. Let's check it on the lead vocal here. All right, let's bring this one up right here. And I forget that in the arranger view, you actually have this one track. If you highlight a track, you actually have the whole channel strip right there. I keep forgetting about that. But we're gonna go ahead and pull this up and let's hit play to see where this drive circuit is, because you don't want too much of that drive circuit.
I was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit. If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright, won't dim my lights, won't say goodnight. I won't go soft, I will not quit. I am that dude, I am a king, I'm on my shit.
So we had like at the default setting, it was a little bit too much. I can hear that. I can hear that fuzziness starting to come into play. Just dial it back a little bit. Sometimes you just need to check that stuff and make sure it's cool and everything like that. Probably gonna have to do that to all the tracks, just to make sure or whatnot, man. Got here. yeah. Let's see here. You just want to drive the bus then. Oh, I don't know. That Fusion Drive. You know what? I'm good processor. I'm scared because that bitch is. I'm sorry. The Fusion Drive is strong. I'm afraid if I utilize it during mixing, it's gonna alter my ability to hear what I'm going through. I kind of treat mixing kind of like how I do when I record vocals. Most dudes like the reverb on their vocals and stuff. I don't. Nah, I don't like reverb on vocals or delays on vocals while we're recording, because really you're not gonna capture the true essence of your performance, and stuff like that. I have this philosophy of, if you can actually, it's almost like you're rapping on stage. If you can actually, get your voice to pronunciate and to perform the way it needs to without actually adding all that effects and stuff like that, you're really exercising the true natural abilities of your vocal. So that's why I don't record with effects. So to my point, with the Fusion, it's more of a scared to do so on the bus, because I'm afraid I'm gonna miss something on EQ. I'm gonna miss something on the level, and it's gonna scare me. Far as like making a mistake and stuff like that. I don't know. I normally would apply it at the tail end of it, and stuff like that. But I'm afraid, like, what I'm saying, when you have that drive on there, it may just bring out the vocal a little bit too much at the wrong time, if that makes any sense. Because sometimes when you do that, it'll sometimes just bring out like that natural that it'll bring out that lead vocal a little bit too much, and then it may be too much when you check it, or when you get to the point and you have to kind of turn it down. So I work difficult, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I work difficult, but it's more of a scared thing to me and whatnot, man. So yeah. I'm scared, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like mixing too much with into a plugin. I do and I don't. Compression is probably about the most thing I would do. But when it comes to like any sweetener type of plugin, something like the SSL Fusion or whatnot, I like to apply that on there last. Only reason why is because sometimes it'll just sound like it's it. But sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you may want to carve out that vocal a little bit more. And those drive, you know what I'm saying, it's just really, you know what I'm saying, the harmonics with those processors sometimes, it just it'll make it appear like it sound good, but it don't, and stuff like that. I did that and I just didn't like it. That's just me though. My Fletcher Muncher curve is and I hope I said that right. But my listening is just, I don't know, it's distasteful because I do everything, you know what I'm saying? I eat the outer bread than actually just biting through the doggone bread and stuff like that. I'm difficult and stuff like that, man. But I definitely get what you're saying. So you're saying like use the fusion drive. Interesting choice. Like that.
I was always on some other shit.
I'm gonna put it on there.
Follow my moves, that bigger brother shit. If I want
Let's
it, then
see.
I'ma
Let's
push
put it
up
on
on it. No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright, won't dim my lights, won't say goodnight. I won't go soft, I will not quit. I am that dude, I am a king. I'm on my shit. A grown-ass man, alone I stand just like I'm born. Crown of thorns, I walk through storms. And never saying that I'm Christ, but trying to live like Christ, shooting crooked ass dice in this life game. You don't get to do it twice, man. No chance to do the dance with devils when you party on that level. Tie your shoes up tight and pray that looking back you got your two-step right. Good night. As I recollect in retrospect. It's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. As I recollect, retrospect. It's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. Ain't no real view. To my future, got a clear view. Say it loud as fuck when you pray and hope he hear you. The devil listens as well. Had all the best intentions, but you still landed in hell. That's jail cells on the block with the rocks in your socks. On your way to make a night when you get stopped by the cops.
Yeah. When you put that bitch on there, it sounds like it's a finished track. That's part of the reason why I don't like it, man. Damn, that sounded actually good, man. You know what I'm saying? But it just sounds too finished for me when I'm so early in the stage or whatnot. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep that on there. Actually, let me get my thumbnail. I'm collecting all my thumbnails as I utilize different plugins and whatnot. And this is real good, Red, because I like how you're adding a lot of different plugins in there for people that watches the playbacks and everything on what's out there and what they can utilize and stuff like that. I'm gonna throw a curveball at you, and I'm gonna put the Cobb audio joint on there. The doggone Infuse. And we're gonna see how this one sounds in comparison to the actual SSL situation. Go and just get a full circuit there. I'm gonna turn off everything and just keep the drive on there. And I'm gonna try to mirror it the same way as the Infuse here. All right, let's go ahead and pop that one open there. All right, and the drive is at about right there. It's 2.4. I'm just gonna match up the values. I know that's gonna be off a little bit. I already know it. It's not 1-to-1 comparison, but it's gonna match up the values. Actually, are kind of the same here, and we'll do a comparison here. 7-to-3, mix that 100. Gotcha. 7-to-3. See here. See,
I was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit. If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright, won't dim my lights, won't say goodnight. I won't go soft, I will not quit. I am that dude, I am a king. I'm on my shit. A grown-ass man, alone I stand just like I'm born. Crown of thorns, I walk through storms. And never saying that I'm Christ, but trying to live like Christ, shooting crooked ass dice in this life game. You don't get to do it twice, man. No second chance to do the dance with devils. When you party on that level, tie your shoes up tight. And pray that looking back, you got your two-step right. Good night. As I recollect, in retrospect, it's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. As I recollect, in retrospect, it's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. Ain't no real view. To my future, got a clear view. Say it loud as fuck when you pray and hope he hear you. The devil listens as well. Had all the best intentions, but you still landed in hell. That's jail cells on the block with the rocks in your socks. On your way to make a knot when you get stopped by the cops. Coincidence of events, I'm thinking not. I'm thinking more like a plot by the same niggas laying in your spot. And these your so-called friends, they know you're riding dirty in that photo Benz. But little did they know you had a photo lens. Preview to see through the bullshit you was in. Did a cleanse of that dirty word. Now you get them folks a dirty smirk. They found nothing and they feelings hurt. The ones around you mean you no good. The same ones in the picture with you throwing up hood. So what's good? As I recollect, in retrospect, it's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views.
Yeah, this one, it lacks that. I'm listening to the snare. This one is not really giving that snare what it needs. It has its own sound. Let's just put it like that. But it's not really pushing that snare and making it, stick out in the mix like it needs to, and stuff like that. But it's doing what it's doing. Now it may, be because we haven't. The parameters are different, so let me just kind of play around with this one and just kind of push it out and see if I can get that snare to come out.
I was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit. If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright, won't dim my lights, won't say goodnight. Never, I won't go soft, I will not quit. I am that dude, I am a king, I'm on my shit. A grown-ass man, alone I stand just like I'm born. Crown of thorns, I walk through storms. And never saying that I'm Christ, but trying to live like Christ. Shooting crooked ass dice in this life game. You don't get to do it twice, man. No second chance to do the dance with devils. When you party on that level, tie your shoes up tight. And pray that looking back, you got your two-step right. Good night. As I recollect, in retrospect, it's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet.
Okay, so I did a little bit of change. I added a little bit more drive and a tad bit more density and pushed the input signal a little bit more, maybe like, a dB in to the actual saturation circuit, and it's sounding damn near the same as the solid state logic one or whatnot. Pretty goddamn good, to be honest with you. I feel like this has an edge, and a very minute edge to it as well, man. But if you have this one, as long as you push it the way you need to push it, it's cool. It's not a one-to-one exact situation, but it's cool to work with or whatnot. But it's kind of like, damn, you got everything there, and you don't have to have each different plugins there. So this is one process, and I have the oversampling on here as well. I don't know if this has built-in oversampling or not. It has an eco button on here, but that's the save CPU, but I'm not exactly sure if this has built-in oversampling or not. But this sounds pretty good though, y'all. So what we'll do is, we got some choices here. I'll keep this out. This is a one I have to play with for myself. But let me see. Let me try this this setting he got right here. So let me bring this up again, and we'll go ahead and cross that out. Okay, please don't do nothing stupid. Let me go on ahead and save a bookmark here, and we're just gonna get to the point of mix ready. I'm gonna call this mix ready 1. All right. And just a little bit about this bookmarks. So as you're working, Luna automatically saves your session in the background. There's no save or save as button. It automatically saves in the background. So what you have to do is basically save different bookmarks. So we're gonna go ahead and save that as a bookmark as Mix Ready 1. That way, if this thing crashes, which is still in Windows beta phase, if it crashes, it'll automatically pull up. So I have to open up the initial session and then go in here, right here at the top where you see the name of the session, and you hit that drop down button and you'll see different versions and bookmarks. So you'll see right here, this is the initial version, and then you have a bookmark Mix Ready. So you can have 1,000,001 bookmarks. That way, if you need to go back and hear how you mix the vocals versus what you did 2 weeks ago, I think this is really, really cool. And I like the ideology of it more than anything. So we already got Mix Ready 1. This is where we're at with his settings. We're gonna try on this thing, and look like this plugin is I'm just gonna get rid of it because I probably want to use it. But the GUI is stuck on here for whatever got doggone reasons. Um, yeah. Whatever the hell going on with that. Yeah, that looks like a bug. All right, cool. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and do a A/B comparison. So I got mines. I'm gonna go ahead and do a B pairs comparison here, and we have. Let me move something here a little bit more. There. This thing just don't want to go away. Let me turn it back on and turn it off. Come on, bro. All right. I'll deal with that later. All right, drive at 7. Boom, there it is. And then say about 3. All right, let's check it out on that one right there. And we got an issue. We got our first issue. So we definitely gonna have to start this bad boy over. All right. Not a problem. Not a problem. Let's go ahead and close this bad boy out, man. Close session. And this thing is still up right here. So let me just go ahead and restart Luna. And this motherfucker's still up. What the fuck? Okay. Excuse my language. I wasn't trying to do that. Let's do the good old Control Alt Delete here, which I having to do a lot with Luna. It does weird things on there or whatnot. So they're always checking what you're doing on the background anyway. We'll just restart it. Not a problem. That's why you gotta constantly save when you're using Luna and everything like that. So no worries, man. We're gonna bust up another pop rock here. You know what I'm saying? It's Friday. I ain't been to work all week due to the hurricane, so I'm up. I ain't tired, y'all. So that's why I'm taking my sweet ass time and chilling with y'all too, man. Shout out to everybody that's checking out the live stream as well, man. Whatnot. Got a lot of things I want to do a giveaway, man. I just need to restructure some things and get back on alignment because this doggone storm just kind of threw everything off. So I'm gonna definitely do that, man. So we're gonna show you guys how you can open up retrospect here. Now you can go ahead and open. You can open a version. You can go straight to the different version. So you can open up the version. Boom, there it is, your initial version, and I mix ready. So good thing I did save it. Go ahead and hit open there. There it is. Now if you had different versions, you can open up different ones. Let's say you had a different client. They wanted to listen to they was in the studio with you and you mixed it the way they wanted, and then you went back and you mixed it the way you wanted. you have 2 different versions or whatnot, man. So that's a good situation right there. Mm-hmm. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. Pop rock's rolling right now. Yes, sir. All right, here we go. Just gonna take that plug-in off of there.
with just a little bug on there. Or not. Actually, to be honest with you, yeah, let's go ahead and remove that one. All right, cool. So I think this was my settings here. Let's go and do the B version. And again, we're on 7 and then density at 3. All right, let's go ahead and play it and see what we're working with here. Right here at, let's see here. Now that I got my controller here, my X Touch.
I was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit. If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright, won't dim my lights, won't say goodnight. I won't go soft, I will not quit. I am that dude, I am a king. I'm on my shit, a grown-ass man, alone I stand just like I'm born. Crown of thorns, I walk through storms. And never saying that I'm crying.
Well, yeah, that yeah, okay. I see the difference now, man. That's crazy that the density really kind of like that is the meat and the potatoes of this particular plugin. Red setting definitely is pushing the saturation.
I was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother.
But it sounds
shit.
good, you know what I'm saying? Just aggressive, and then my setting is very neutral.
No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright, won't dim my lights, won't say goodnight. I won't go soft, I will not quit. I am that dude, I am a king. I'm on my shit, a grown-ass man, alone I stand just like I'm born. Crown of thorns, I walk through storms. And never saying that I'm Christ, but trying to live like Christ, shooting crooked ass dice.
Yeah, that just kind of sounded good, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You don't get to do it twice, man. No second chance to do the dance with devils. When you party on that level, tie your shoes up tight. And pray that looking back, you got.
Let me take my auto gain off. That's the difference.
As I recollect, in retrospect, it's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames.
The only difference, I actually like that, to be honest with you. The only difference is the vocals. It's just kind of like it makes it sound nasal and a little bit distorted or whatnot in the mix or whatever the case may be. But I like that set. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go on ahead and just say that, my guy. I'm gonna go on ahead and say you're shitting there, my guy. I'm gonna call it the red setting. I'm gonna call it the red setting. DJ Red set. All right, there we go. And we'll go ahead and save that into the, there it is right there. All right, that's it right there, boy. Gotta save that boy. DJ Red setting there. And I'm just gonna keep mine at default right there.
I was always on some other shit.
That way I can use it for later. If you don't mind me stealing, DJ.
If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I.
But I want to see if I can cause let's see, that's at 3. My density is a little bit more, so I just need to kind of drive mine a little bit more. Let me see.
I was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit. If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright, won't dim my lights, won't say goodnight. I won't go soft, I will not quit. I am that dude, I am a king. I'm on my shit, a grown-ass man, alone I stand just like I'm born. Crown of thorns, I walk.
That's a good thing about saturation. Saturation is kind of like this wonderful thing of it could do some very interesting things. So red setting, it kind of pushes the vocals back into the mix. And then my setting, it kind of sits a little bit above the mix. And that's just really saturation. So that's crazy. That's why you have these A/B buttons on here, because maybe you need to push it a little bit more on your plugin far as whatever setting that you're using. And then you can A/B the different settings and whatnot to see what works. But that's saturation by itself. That's what Vintage Drive is, a saturation gain stage for the Fusion. And that's very interesting that saturation can have a play on certain elements in the mix, man. That's pretty cool right there, man. Whatnot. I
got the AB. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep it on the A, but the B is on the setting right there. So yeah, we're gonna keep it right there, and I'm just gonna turn it off because that's very interesting. I gotta listen to that on the speakers, man, for sure, man, for sure. Now see the SSL saturator. That's the OG, man. I was using that bad boy on everything. You hear me? The saturator, yes sir. I was using that on everything because it sounds so good. You know what I'm saying?
Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit.
All right, let me
then I'ma push up on it.
Let me fix this drive on here.
Like chiropracts, won't dim my lights. Never. I am a king. Alone I stand just like I'm born.
So this particular vocal don't even need that much drive. We still have it on there, but it don't need too much saturation. So we'll go ahead and dial that back on there. Let's go ahead and solo this next one here. Let's get it about right there.
It's only for the moment. I'll be right back.
See how that's just sounding oversaturated?
Bright. Won't say good night. I will not quit. I'm on my shit. A grown-ass man.
Again, you know what I'm saying? Just dialing it back. Just getting a little bit where it'll move the needle. And we're kind of hitting in between -18 and -12. It's still getting saturation, but you know what I'm saying? We're just kind of making sure that the sound is not a clean sound, but it's more of a polished sound than anything else. We already did the lead. Let me just double check that lead one more time.
Moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright. Won't dim my lights. Won't say good night. Never. I won't go soft. I will not quit. I am that dude. I am a king. I'm on my shit. A grown-ass man. Alone I stand just like I'm born. Crown of thorns. I walk through storms.
I like that right there, man. That's cold right there. All right, and let's check the hook on that one as well. I keep going to the god doggone mixer window when I got a channel strip right here.
As I recollect. As I recollect.
What the fuck? Oh.
Two-step right. Good. As I recollect, in retrospect, it's a forest full of trees, saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a...
Oh, crap. Damn. I missed the whole god doggone. Got the wrong plug-in up.
It's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright. Won't dim my lights. Won't say good night.
About right there. All right. Let's go ahead and X that out. And let's go here and bring that one up. I gotta check the settings and make sure there's nothing in here where when you click a track, it'll pull up the actual plug-in for that track. Kind of like how Studio One is.
Right, good night. As I recollect, in retrospect, it's a forest full of trees, saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. As I recollect in retrospect.
Oh, that one just sounds
I saw it from the jet.
Too much saturation.
Give your life a change. Different views.
All right. Let's make sure we're on the right track here. All right, bet.
I recollect in retrospect. I saw it from the jet. Give your life a change. Different views.
All right, so that one didn't mean too much right there. Let's go here. Right there. And last one.
It's a forest full of trees. It's funny how perspective. Same spot, different mind frames. It's a forest full of trees. It's funny how perspective. Same spot, different mind frame.
All right, and that's just a little bit on that one as well. So we just really kind of took all that saturation off, and you definitely can hear the difference. For sure.
Good night. As I recollect.
The vocals sound a whole lot cleaner just dialing back that drive.
It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. As I recollect, retrospect. It's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change.
Yep.
Same spot, different views, different mind frames.
Let me pick on my boy right quick, man.
To my future, got a clear.
You know what I'm saying? C-Dash talk differently than he rap. You know what I'm saying? So he really does have a nasalness to his vocal or whatnot. he kind of, yeah, C-Dash definitely talks a little different than he raps. It's more of a higher register when he raps and stuff like that. So it sounds a little bit nasally or whatnot. So you definitely hearing that right there. Man, you know, that's another mixing deal, whatnot. There's a lot of plugins out there, man, that have this resonance thing, kind of like what they call that plugin. I know there's the Silky EQ from Waves, and then there's another one from Baby Audio or something like that, where it almost like it does resonance EQ, where it automatically find the resonance and it'll EQ it as the signal comes in. It's almost like a dip every time that you have a signal. So it just keeps that nasal. Let's say, for instance, we find the nasalness. It keeps that nasalness down, almost like dynamic EQ. And I've tried this on his vocals before, and it really does work, man. It just really sounds real good or whatnot. I'm trying to refrain on doing any type of EQ because I'm going to run this through outboard gear. So all the vocals I get into my studio now, I run it through outboard gear. I think because we're doing Harrison consoles, I think I'm gonna run it through my Neve clones, his vocals, get some of that preamp outboard juice, and really utilize the EQs. And then on the digital side, once I run it back in, I have an EQ behind that outboard gear, and I'll tackle that nasalness. So I might insinuate some of that mid range in his high mid range on the Neve clone 1073 clone. I may insinuate some of that high mid without touching that nasal part of his vocal, and utilize a digital EQ to basically duck that nasalness, because his voice is real unique. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you can duck it, but you can't EQ it and keep it steady, because the way his voice is, it can't retain that cut in that nasal frequency too much, because it'll take away from his natural voice and everything like that. So I think that's what I'm gonna try. That's my game plan on that one. There it is, yes sir. The soothe. There it is, yes sir. Yeah, I have a Neve 1073 clone. Let me see if I can pull this up. So this is the process I'm gonna run it through right here for you, so you can see. Shoot, that's the wrong one. Give me 1 second, man. It is this one right here, man. I got two of these in the rack, or whatnot. These go for about like $389. They go for $389. I actually bought it. I bought it directly from Outtron. Through reverb.com. Really good, man. There's an old school cat out there on YouTube. He's an old school mixer. He's kind of like one of those mixers that come from the 80s. And he swore, it's an old school black guy too, from St. Louis. So when I look at like the older cats, like, you know, that did their thing in the 80s and stuff like that, and they get on YouTube, I look at what they got in their gear, whatever the case may be, and he's got a lot of budget equipment for his outboard gear in there. And one of these, I cannot find a current video, or there ain't too much videos out there. Most of the videos are, you know, Filipinos talking about this this piece of gear or whatnot. But man, I bought two of these because when I first got the first one, that shit sounded good, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I'm gonna say this very loosely. I've heard a lot of the warm audios, the AMSs, the BAEs and stuff like that. They sound really good. This one has its own unique sound to it. It's not thin, it's not fat. it's very it kind of like if you carve off the fat on the high and the low, everything else fits in there. And it's very unique because I've used it on drums, I've used it on vocals, and let me tell you something. That preamp has got doggone 80 dB on the preamp gain. It gives you a lot of volume. It's not I mean, I done heard some complaints about it being noisy and crackly and stuff like that, and the sound being cheap. I'm gonna be honest with you, it don't sound cheap to me. You know what I'm saying? And I compared it against some plugins or whatnot, and it sounds better than a plug-in. I can tell you that much. But this is really really cool, man. I ran some vocals through here, with another artist I work with Rebecca, and I was like, damn. And he heard the difference. He was like, damn, on one of the songs or whatnot. It's a really really cool 1073 channel strip clone, or whatnot. That's the specs right there. The mic on or mic impedance is 300. You get a choice of 300 ohms or 1200 ohms. Nice. You can see there 80 dB the gain, all the way up to 20 dB a gain. You have line input impedance at 10,000 ohms. Line gain at 20 dB to negative 10 dB. 20 dBu output, and frequency response is 20 hertz to 20 hertz, 20,000 hertz, excuse me. And it's a monster. You know what I'm saying? It is beautiful. That is the back. The only thing I don't like about it, it comes with a wall wart type of power supply. It's not an ICE power supply. But other than that, though, man, it's awesome, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm glad I bought that for the fraction of the cost than two warm audios or the two rack warm audio one clone that they have out there. And I don't own a warm audio. If I was to get one, I have to rent it from there's a company out there you can rent outboard gear. And I kind of want to do a comparison there, man, to see how that measures up and stuff like that. But it does a really good job though, man. For my use, with electronic music, you know what I'm saying, and hip hop, it does the job, bro. You know what I'm saying? For $389, you really can't beat that, man. So check it out, man. Actron MP73 EQ-V2. If you just want to buy one just for shits and giggles, go on reverb.com. You can find it there. If you have Klarna, go ahead and just buy one on Klarna. Pay the $60 every 2 weeks and be done with it after about, you know what I'm saying, 4 weeks of paying on it or whatnot, or if you qualify for the shop pay, flexible pays and stuff like that, man, do it like that, man. And just buy one. And I'll guarantee you it'll be just another flavor palette that you have on your outboard gear. Cause I had to calm myself down because I'm running out of outboard gear space. I got a lot of outboard gear. I done spent a lot of money in the last 6 months. The wife don't know. I hope she ain't watching either, but yeah, man, I went on a spending spree, just to get the outboard gear that I wanted and stuff like that. So I got a rack full of preamps, compressors, and stuff like that. So, but that's a good, that right there, I needed something with a preamp and an EQ. That way you could definitely do some tone shaping in there and stuff like that. The only thing I'm missing is really kind of like, a SSL style VCA compressor stereo and a true outboard gear EQ. I got preamps I'm cool on, but I need like a real preamp EQ, and I can't find one. And I had one, and my dumb ass sold it. I had an Aphex Tube Essence EQ, pretty sweet EQ, but it did have some things that I didn't like about it. One of the pan pots was very itchy and scratchy, so I went on ahead and sold it and stuff like that. But I need to get another EQ, something like that, man, and I'll be sweet. I'll be Gucci, Gucci or whatnot, man. And a distressor. That's like, if I get a distressor, I'm done. I am finished. I am Gucci. Stuff like that, man. For real, man. But yeah, I think we at a point right now where I'm pretty much done. And I'll start mixing on the back end and everything like that. But I just want to show you guys my process. I know it was a little bit longer than 2 hours and 24 minutes. It definitely don't take me. It'll take me more like 24, 30 minutes to get this done. But we just kind of like shooting the shits and just really making the stream real cool and interactive and stuff like that, man. Let's see what my boy Red talking about here, man. Let's see what you got, man. I know. Yes, sir. Yeah. Nah, I ain't got to buy nothing. She want to take trips. I can do that. Yeah, that's easy right there. I get on that motherfucking what that is, what that Hopper app, man. Check that Hopper app out, man. And look, you got little discounts in there and everything like that, and you can save your bucks. Shh. As long as you book in ahead of time, shoot, man, you get some deals on there, man. Yeah, that's all I gotta do, man. You right about that one, right there. Yeah, there we go. But nah, man, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here and stuff like that. We got the mix where we kind of want to be at, so let's just go ahead and check it out and see where we at right now.
I was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit. If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic, my future's bright.
All right, cool. So I was afraid that was gonna happen. We got a lot of red dots, which I don't like. We need to go ahead and turn a lot of that stuff down. I'm gonna check the mix on the instrumental. I'm gonna see where we at.
I was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit. If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic, my future's bright. Won't dim my lights, won't say goodnight. I won't go soft, I will not quit. I am that dude, I am a king. I'm on my shit, a grown-ass man. Alone I stand just like I'm born. Crown of thorns, I walk through storms. And never saying that I'm Christ, but trying to live like Christ, shooting crooked ass dice in this life game.
All right, cool. I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and just highlight all these tracks and the beat, and then we're gonna turn this down as we hit play. And once my vocals, especially the doggone seem like the only vocal that's really loud is the verse. If I can get that under the clipping red indicator, we good. Let's do this. Let's do this.
I was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit. If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic, my future's bright. Won't dim my lights, won't say goodnight.
See where I'm at on my doggone
soft, I will not quit. I am that dude, I am a king. I'm on my shit, a grown-ass man. Alone I stand just like I'm born. Crown of thorns, I walk through storms. And never saying that I'm Christ, but trying to live like Christ, shooting crooked ass dice in this life game. You don't get to do it twice, man. No second chance to do the dance with devils. When you party on that level, tie your shoes up tight. And pray that looking back, you got your two-step right.
Let's do that one more time. I'm gonna turn it down. So we're turning all the faders down till we can get that first verse out of the clipping.
Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit. If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic, my future's bright.
I'm all about headroom, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm fucking paranoid about headroom.
I am that dude, I am a king. I'm on my shit, a grown-ass man. Alone I stand just like I'm born.
Alright, cool. I'm very, very comfortable with that. You can see on the voice bus, we still peaking in the red, so I'm gonna bring that down another half a dB. So I adjust in half dB increments. So when I'm making adjustments like this on gain staging, I adjust in half dB increments or whatnot, and that just helps me. I hate my buses being. I hate all my tracks being in red. And then I'll make it up on the sub mix, man.
If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I
We'll
lose,
bring
it's
that up
only for the moment. I'll be
right at
right
about
back
9.
like chiropractic. My future's bright, won't dim my lights, won't say goodnight. Never, I won't go soft, I will not quit. I am that dude, I am a king. I'm on my shit, a grown-ass man, alone I stand just like I'm born. Crown of thorns, I walk through storms. And never saying that I'm Christ, but trying to live like Christ, shooting crooked ass dice in this life game. You don't get to do it twice, man.
I like that right there.
Chance to do the dance with devils when you party on that level. Tie your
All right, cool. So I like it like that right there. So what I'm gonna do now is play that again, and then I'm gonna basically I'm gonna bypass all of the inserts and see just on the gain staging level. We didn't do any EQ, no compression or anything like that. Just a little mild compression on the vocal bus and a little sweetener on the beat. But other than that, this is really just kind of like a static mix, and we're gonna see where we at so far. Let's go ahead and hit play. Let me go ahead and bypass all the inserts.
I was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit. If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright, won't dim my lights, won't say goodnight. Never, I won't go soft, I will not quit. I am that dude, I am a king. I'm on my
so
shit.
that vocal bus is obviously loud.
Alone I stand just like I'm born. Crown of thorns, I walk through storms. And never saying that I'm Christ, but trying to live like Christ, shooting crooked ass dice in this life game. You don't get to do it twice, man. No second chance to do the dance with devils when you party on that level.
So we're just trying to get that icing on the cake with the vocal bus.
Looking back, you got your two-step right. Good night. As I recollect, in retrospect, it's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. As I recollect, retrospect, it's a forest full
we can
of
kind of
trees.
like
I
just
saw
go
it from
in.
the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different view, different mind frame. Ain't no real view to my future. Got a
So this is kind of like a JBL Bluetooth speaker emulation.
Had all the best intentions, but you still landed in hell.
So this is another way I kind of check my mixes, which I've been using Audiophile Mix Checker for years, all the way back to the first plugin they had in 2014, 15. Awesome, bro. Awesome. It makes me sometimes regret buying those expensive ass BSX. So this is a kind of like a MacBook Pro, 14-inch. So this is how I check my vocals right here. And I like how the vocals are sitting with the beat right now.
I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. As I recollect, retrospect,
So that's where all the inserts bypass.
It's funny how perspective give your life a change.
And you can also you could just really hear a sonic difference between, you know what I'm saying, the raw tracks and then with the plugins on and stuff like that, with no EQ, no compression or nothing. So yeah, man, that's I'm ready to start mixing, running the vocals through the outboard gear, and then really just kind of doing some simple EQ and compression here and whatnot. I think the biggest difference was just doing a lot of gain staging from the plugins that we have on here, not having too much saturation. Shout out to my boy Red giving me some a preset to get started on the compressor right here, which actually pushed the vocals up in the mix a little bit more, and also have some consistency on the dynamics and keeping it control, and you can really hear that. And then the only other thing that we did was turn off the compressor on this particular plugin. Excuse me, and we haven't even really got doggone. I did make an adjustment on the input saturation knob here for the drop is on that one. And the only thing I didn't check is on this particular instrumental. We do have some excitation here on the low and the high end with a little bit of dynamic special processing here. But I have this on here, which I shouldn't, but I have it on here for the drive saturation. So let's go ahead and dial this in, starting from the bare minimum, and then we'll go ahead and drive it in because I feel like this is doing too much. So let's hit play and you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and put that on 8.
Be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright.
You see that drive needle?
Won't say goodnight. Now I won't go.
Now you hear the beat. It sounds. It's got like a little pumping in there. Now you hear it it's more free. It's more lively. So we had too much in there. So let's go ahead and dial that back. Or even if we need it, to be honest with you. Let's see here. A little bit goes a long way, and I like it right there. I'm starting to hear it break up right here about -17. I'm gonna bring that back. Like -19 was perfect. Take off the compression. What I'm gonna do is just add a little bit of mid-range in it, just a tad bit, to bring out that rim shot in there. That rim shot make the beat. About right there. Yeah, that thing jamming right there. That's it right there, boy. And that's a wrap. That's it for tonight.
Be right back like
That's it for tonight, man.
Won't dim my lights, won't say goodnight.
I'm gonna bring it back just a little bit because I don't want that rim shot to get in front of the vocals.
I am a king, I'm on my shit. A grown ass man, alone I stand just like I'm born. Crown of thorns, I walk through storms. And never saying
right there.
that I'm Christ, but trying to live like Christ, shooting crooked ass dice in this life game. You don't get to do it twice, man. No second chance to do the dance with devils when you party on that level. Tie your shoes
All right,
up
cool.
tight.
So that's it right there, man. I like that. We're gonna go ahead and turn it down. We got yo. All right, so Red, what you got? Let's see, a couple streams. The songs you hit, 12 dBl UFS is what you're normally aiming for. What I'm aiming for when it comes to the final mix going into the mastering is getting at about -10. The reason why I do -10 is because most of the songs that you're hearing on Spotify, they're hitting at LUFS 10. That's streaming, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, man. So when you actually download a song though, you know what I'm saying, if it's lossless or it's uncompressed or it's not on the stream or whatnot, most mixers are mixing at -10. Some people are mixing getting into -8, you know what I'm saying, to the extreme. I've seen some people say -6. That's too fucking goddamn loud. But I think the last there's a plugin called Adapter Streamliner, and it has some things in there like different songs from artists is in there, artist presets, and they have certain songs that are capping out at about like -12, -11 and stuff like that. Some of the songs that's on a competitive level when it comes to like pretty much all urban and hip hop music is at about like -10. So my whole aim is about -10. If I don't hit it, you know what I'm saying, as long as I'm touching it at -10, I'm Gucci, man. But I don't allow it to be under -12. Let's just see where we at right now. If I was to turn up the volume here, I'm curious that you brought that up.
I was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit. If I
my bad.
No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. So you said negative 12 dB. Oh, nah. I don't care where this mixer is. I don't care where the meter is or whatnot over here off to the right. I don't care where the fader is on the main fader. It's all about where is that at the final stage with the LUFS. I used to care about where is that for as dB on the main fader. I don't care about that no more because it's all about the LUFS now. Because the LUFS is basically the loudness for streaming. Everything is streaming right now. With that negative 12 dB and basically what you're saying right there, that was more of a CD. When you had the mix for CDs and stuff like that. And that used to be like, you had to get it right. With streaming, you ain't got to get it right. That's a lot of people that's mixing that don't know what the hell they doing. They just mixing shit and putting it out there on the stream. As long as it's loud enough, they don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you. I heard a lot of horrible stuff on Spotify. And, you have a critical ear. When you do have that critical ear, you'll hear certain things. And stuff will sound bad, but hey, you can hear it fully through those AirPods. I can tell you that much. And that's LUFS loudness. No kid you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people are really not conscious on the mix. As long as it sounds good to them, they're cool with it. As long as it's in that competitive level of loudness and it can capture somebody just bobbing, listening to music, riding the bus, riding the car, working out, or whatever the case may be. As long as that volume is on the same level with, or the dynamics, or the volume, or the tonage, and not really the tonage, it's the dynamics and the loudness. If it's on the same competitive level with, let's say, a Kendrick Lamar record or Drake record, you won't even notice the difference when you're listening to streaming. So that's why I utilize this tool, Mix Ultra, because right here, you got a loudness thing whenever the beat comes in. So right now, I got it on mix analysis preset, and I can set this at -10. All right, right there. That red line should touch that top line right there. So let's go ahead and turn that up.
I will not quit. I am that dude. I am a king.
So basically, our main fader is at -7. All right. I'm gonna turn that up and get where we need to get at.
Christ, but trying to live like Christ, shooting crooked ass dice in this life game. You don't get to do it twice, man. No second chance to do the dance with devils when you party on that level. Tie your
My bad, it was off.
Pray that looking back, you got
all right, here we go.
Right. Good night. As I recollect, in retrospect.
So you see that little squiggly line? We need to get as close to that straight line as we possibly can.
Give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. As I recollect, retrospect. It's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different view, different mind frame. Ain't no real view to my future, got a clear view. Say it loud as fuck when you pray and hope he hear you. The devil listens as well. Had all the best intentions, but you still landed in hell. That's jail cells on the block with the rocks in your socks. On your way to make a night when you get stopped by the cops. Coincidence of events, I'm thinking not. I'm thinking more like a plot by the same niggas laying in your spot. And these your.
So you can see the average is right around about -12. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't did no mixing yet. I ain't did my sweetness stuff. I ain't put a clipper on here. I ain't did no compression. I ain't did nothing. And we just a static mix, putting it putting the main fader at 0 and just keeping it there for regular mixing and stuff like that. That lets you know that I have a lot of gain stage that I can do. and I haven't even started mixing yet. So that's why I like to keep my main fader at -12 because it gives you the opportunity to mix like you need to, and you can monitor at certain volumes or whatnot, but you're still mixing. It's like you're still mixing to get the gain stage down, but you still have the main fader down at -12. So what that's going to do is going to force you to turn your monitoring system up. Because right now, my headphone amp, I have that sitting right at about like 2 o'clock and stuff like that. I can turn it up all the way to it stops. Yeah, it stops at about 7. Yeah, it stops at about 5:30. Excuse me, about in between 5 and 6 o'clock or whatnot. But I still have a lot of headroom in monitoring. So what that does is when I turn it up in monitoring, I'm jamming. I turn it up on the speakers, I'm jamming. But what that's gonna do is it's gonna allow me to mix comfortably. But really, in actuality, my main fader is all the way low at -12. So once I get that mix sounding real good, got all my processes and everything like that. Once I get to that final stage and everything is done, I crank up that damn main fader. And sometimes I don't even go past -6. And I'm already busting ass at -10 on the LUFS. And so now you have a very non-compressed, or you have a mix that still has a lot of dynamic range in it. So I showed you the loudness meter. Let's go to the dynamics meter. So right now, I like to keep my dynamics. I like to keep it at 9. If I can get anywhere between 9 and 13, let me put it to you like this. If you're going past 9 on your dynamics, far as your LUFS 9 on the, or -9 dB on your dynamics, and you start creeping in -8, -7, -6, you're squeezing, you got a dynamic issue. You got too much compression somewhere. You got too much limiting somewhere. You got too much clipping somewhere. A good mix that has adequate dynamic range is anywhere between -10, 11, 12, or 13. -10, 11, 12, or 13. And I'm telling you, you can ask the artist record, you can ask C-Dash, you can ask people that have mixed through me and whatnot. I done had people go to other mixers in another city that I'm from, and they got a full-blown, that's they 9 to 5. They mix motherfuckers left and right. They got a whole studio, and I done had people come to me. I done remix their stuff. They go to a club or a venue, and it stands out from everybody else. I wish record was on this damn thing, because we heard it in the same club. We got somebody that's signed here in Houston to DJ Michael Watts. That artist mix versus his mix is a totally different thing. The dynamic range determines how that song is going to sound on a live venue. A lot of times when you have a dynamic or song that has less dynamic range and you get into that -9, -8, -7, -6, them loudspeakers or them PA speakers ain't going to be able to kick out the punch of the kick. It's not going to go ahead and make those vocals sound clear in that mix. The highs is going to sound, you see what I'm saying? Instead of sounding like a, it's going to sound more like a, the kick's going to sound versus the vocals is it's going to sound different than this versus this right here. You see what I'm saying? So the dynamic range is another important piece that a lot of people on YouTube, other folks on other channels really don't kind of speak on or whatnot. So we're going to play this right here, not even with mixing. We're going to see where we at. I'm going to tell on myself, you know what I'm saying?
I was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit. If I want it, then I'ma push up on it. No fear if I lose, it's only for the moment. I'll be right back like chiropractic. My future's bright, won't dim my lights, won't say goodnight. Never, I won't go soft, I will not.
All right, right now on the verse, we're hovering anywhere between on average about -12.
And never saying that I'm Christ, but trying to live like Christ, shooting crooked ass dice in this life game. You don't get to do it twice, man. No second chance.
And we got the fusion turned off. So let's go ahead and put the fusion on. Check this out.
And pray that looking back, you
Check
got
this
your
out.
two-step right. Good night. As I recollect, in retrospect, it's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames. As I recollect, retrospect, it's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet.
So even with the fusion on, we are still LUFS in between -12 and -10. And we still have the dynamics with the fusion on anywhere between like -13. It's on average about -13. So that gives me the ability to, I can really use some boutique shit, you know what I'm saying? Some high-end plugins and go crazy, you know what I'm saying? And really get the best out of a limiter and stuff like that. I got something for you there, Red, while we talking, man.
They found nothing and they feeling
Check this out.
The ones around
Check
you
this out,
no
man.
good. The same ones in the picture with
Hold on. I got something for you, buddy. Hold on 1 second, dog. Hold on 1 second. I've been kind of playing with this one. I like this one right here. Have you ever messed with this one right here? The Silver Bullet from Louder Than Lift or whatever the hell they call themselves or whatnot. This one real good too, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah. So this is a combination of Neve and API preamps and another third choice to add in a third circuitry of SSL and stuff like that. Or whatnot. My bad. Yeah. So I don't know if he's heard about this one. Man, it'll write your mind. I'm just saying this is a nice trick one right here. Let me just give you a little rundown of this one right here. So you gotta get your incoming signal down to about -6 on here.
I was always on some other shit. Just follow my moves, that bigger brother shit.
So what we're gonna do is turn down our trim. So you gotta get this plugin. The trick with this plugin, you gotta get it right at about 0. Right there, right? Now this is where this bad boy gonna shine. I'm gonna go ahead and choose a preset here for Mix Bus Mojo or mastering. Depends which one you want. All right. I'm just gonna do Mix Bus Mojo, and I'm gonna choose. Mixed Modernish. Shoot, no, never mind. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna choose this LA sound.
To my future, got a clear view. Say it loud as fuck when you pray and
Alright.
he hear you. The devil listens as well. Had all the best intentions, but you still landed in hell. That's jail cells on the block with the rocks in your side. On your way to make a night.
Like this thing. Hold on a second. Let me turn the output trim up.
I'm thinking more like a plot by the same niggas laying in your spot. And these your so-called friends, they know you're riding dirty in that photo bins. But little did they know you had a photo lens. Free view to see through the bullshit you was in. Did a cleanse of that dirty word. Now you get them folks a dirty smirk. They found nothing and they feelings hurt. The ones around you mean you no good. The same ones in the picture with
So this is 3-band EQ right here.
As I recollect, in retrospect, it's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frames.
Alright, we're gonna go bypass this one.
It's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different views, different mind frame.
And let's bring that back on 8.
Be right back like chiropractic.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and bypass this one.
My life, won't say goodnight. Never. I won't go soft. I will not quit. I am that dude. I am.
So now I got a gain stage with this one right here.
Grown ass man, alone I stand, just like I'm born. Crown of thorns, I walk through storms. And never saying that I'm Christ, but trying to live like Christ, shooting crooked ass dice in this life game. You don't get to do it twice, man. No second chance to do the dance with devils.
All right, so that's the SSL.
Tie your shoes up tight and pray that looking back, you got your two-step right. Good night. As I recollect, retrospect. It's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet.
It's a little bit louder.
Perspective, give your life a change. Same spot, different view, different mind frames. As I recollect, retrospect. It's a forest full of trees. I saw it from the jet. It's funny how perspective give your life a change. Same spot, different view, different mind frame.
It's just different flavors, man. There's a lot of plugins out there. If you just learn how to gain stage in them, folks, you can get the best out of these plugins or whatnot. Because what I've been seeing on, I be on Reddit a lot, you know, just checking out what people are talking about. And a lot of people, they be getting mad at the plugins because they don't work. And I think they tend to forget that, you know, people that develop these plugins got years of experience in mixing, audio production, and music production as well. So they kind of know how it's supposed to sound and know how it works. And all these plugins that you get, there's a unique way, regardless if it's an emulation or if it's a plugin that doesn't have an emulation. There's a certain way these plugins work. And number one problem that I had to learn with plugins is if you come into the plugin hot, you're going to get trash or boo-boo out of that plugin. And you have to gain stage through each process. And a lot of people don't stress that. They only know it for themselves if you know it. But if you don't know it, that's where the problem lies a lot of time. A lot of people just don't turn down for the plugin. And that's where you have headroom problems and you have dynamic problems, kind of like right here, and stuff like that. So you don't have dynamic range. This stuff, you know, you play your track and, you know what I'm saying, you already got them in -6 on your dynamic range. That's like this. You know what I'm saying? Most mixes, you have to have this. Give you a prime example of dynamic range. I don't know why I'm up. I'm up. So if you look at this track right here, this green track, that's good dynamic range. It already had great dynamic range. But when you're talking about like bad dynamic range, you see those little peaks and valleys in here. Let's go ahead and blow this track up too, by the way. Let's bring it right here. Let's make that a little bit big right there. Let's make this motherfucker big, bro. So you see these peaks and valleys that you have here? That's good dynamic range. You hear the beat, you hear the solo.
I'm on my shit, a grown ass man, alone I stand, just like I'm born. Crown of thorns, I walk through storms. And never saying that I'm Christ, but trying to live like Christ, shooting crooked ass dice in this life.
If you hear the beat, it's not like compressed or it's not clipped. It has good dynamic range. But, you know, bad dynamic range is going to be more of, you know, that shit cut off. So to give you an example, a good running example of that is to add something like K-Clip. It'll give you a good visual representation. Or, matter of fact, BX Clipper. It's a little bit better visual representation of that right here. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so we got this right here, right? All right, cool. God damn. All right, we're gonna hit play.
Be right back like
This is a perfect example. This beat, I ain't did nothing to it. I just put the plug in on, right? You see the red? The red is representing basically the clipper doing this thing. It's basically shaving off, like, you know what I'm saying, shaving off the beard, you know what I'm saying, shaving on your face. It's basically shaving off the green stuff that you see here, the peaks and the valleys. Shoot, let me bring that back. All right, right there, the peaks and the valleys. It's shaving off. You see what the red is doing on the plug-in, and looking at this waveform. That's the dynamic range being squeezed. Now, if you go ahead and do that shit there, and you render that down, now you have a dynamic range that's getting into -6. You know what I'm saying? -7, -5, and stuff like that. And let me just exaggerate. Now we're gonna turn that up. Now let me solo that track, and you're gonna hear what the hell I'm talking about. Oh crap. You see how it doesn't have that punchiness? And I don't know why my volume is low. I got something off. There we go. So, because I got this turned up. I'm sorry. Versus so that 7.5 represents like the dynamic range being at 7.5 and stuff like that. If I can really kind of give you a best idea, it's going to be loud, but it's not going to sound dynamically. It's going to just sound like hot trash. And that's kind of like most of the sound that you're going to hear on Spotify. And what Spotify is going to do is just basically take what you just hearing and all they're going to do is just take that and just turn the volume down. It's almost like you just turn the volume down. But it's still going to retain that bullshit, you know what I'm saying, versus it kind of being like this. You still hear the kick. You still hear the kick. You still hearing that and stuff like that. And you can still turn that up or turn it down. So I'm gonna give you that example. Then we're gonna go to B. So that's B. And that's A. Now, which one you gonna vibe to? Man, you ain't jamming to that because you can't get in the groove of it. You see what I'm saying? So that's what a lot of people like. They don't teach that, but you know what I'm saying? It's all about the loudness perception and stuff like that. So, that's the type of stuff I'm gonna be teaching on my e-courses and stuff like that. As soon as I can get a chance to just not have puppies in the background, not have a goddamn boy playing Roblox in the background, yelling and shit like that. That's the type of stuff I'm kind of gonna be educating on. I don't want to give too much away on videos that's recorded. That's why I do live streams, which is you can still watch the live stream and whatnot. But I don't talk about that much because, you know, that's something that you just can't teach people, and you got to have people that want to learn that, because that's what retains the value of music. And people wonder why music is trash. Well, there it is. Listen to some songs from the 70s, you know what I'm saying? I'm like songs like Cameo and Like Candy, like that, just like Candy. That song right there has very good dynamic range and stuff like that. That bitch, damn, it still hit. It sounds better than shit that today is or whatnot. And the reason why is because we have basically chewed the fuck out of the goddamn dynamic range. And so when you hear that versus, you know what I'm saying, something from, I don't know, 21 Savage or something like that, it don't have a lot of dynamic range. It's bumping, you know what I'm saying? But it's a different, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really hit you and stuff like that. So you definitely have to kind of like understand that. And if you can master dynamic range and get in the LUFS, gain staging, just those bare minimums and stuff like that. And we ain't even talking about EQ or dynamics. You can definitely get some good fucking quality music. And I guarantee it's gonna hit in the club. It's gonna hit on at the DJ goddamn speakers and stuff like that, because it makes a difference. Because you got to think about it. Some DJs, no offense, DJ Red, but some DJs buy cheap ass shit. You know what I'm saying? I done seen motherfuckers DJing with one goddamn speaker now. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got dynamic range with one goddamn speaker, the active speaker, and they got an EB or JBL, and that bitch pushing 1,000, 12,000 watts and stuff like that, and your shit, your mix, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't mixed right, that bitch ain't gonna sound good with one speaker. And let me give you another example. That's why I buy these type of plugins. We're gonna go ahead and turn that one off right there. Let me go ahead and let me go ahead and save a new version real quick. We just gonna call this Mix Ready 2, where we at right now. That way I don't fuck up later on down the road. But man, look here, bro. This is why I fuck with this plugin, because speaking of DJs, we can play what we got right now, right? I'm gonna go ahead and check this out. We're gonna go and find a DJ system. We got a club engineer. So this is a PA or the club center, right? Or we can even do, let's see here. So this is a cheap full range PA. Now this is somebody that's buying something off of Amazon, loudspeaker off of Amazon, call themselves DJing. That's how it's gonna sound in the venue. Let's say you're in the middle of a club. All right, let's listen to it from a perspective in the car. Now, if I was to bring that same plug-in back, let me bring it back. I'm just gonna keep it in the car setting, for example. All right. Now, what we're gonna do is push that shit. Now, it sounds good in the car because the car is made to sound like that, but check this out. Let's go back to them cheap ass speakers. You hear the thump? So it's all about that thump, you know what I'm saying? The punchiness or whatnot, the dynamics, versus it just sounding like it's loud, but you ain't got no punch in there. That stuff kind of, those subtle differences make differences or whatever the case may be, man. So that's why it's always good to have something of a reference like this right here. I live by these type of plugins, man, because they definitely help you out when it comes to different mixes. So if you know you're dealing with a high energy club like a bam, and stuff like that, you definitely got to check in on something like what, you know, a club setting or PA setting in a car, and some type of, you know what I'm saying, desktop speaker, computer speaker. So we'll go for this, looks like a, what this is, goddamn creative 2.1 system here, and we'll check that mix in that. Let's hit play real quick. So that's punch. See how nasty that high end is? And then what you do is you just take that right there, that dynamic range that you see tailing off right there, and you just turn the volume up on the back end and mastering. And then that's how you have a booming sound or whatnot. And trust me, you hit it at the LUFS, man, your mix is gonna stand out better than that person right there because people gonna hear that sound. It sounds versus damn that bit banging. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference in verbiage as well. So that's it right there, man. I talked long enough, bro. I have talked too much, whatnot as far as that, but yeah, man. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't even looking, bro. Hey, check it out, Red. I don't know if you checked that one. Yeah, I finally got you. Yeah, I met your match now, bro. Yeah, bro. That Silver Bullet, man. That one's a real good one too, man. It's kind of like the Vintage Drive. It just does something different, bro. I've been using it as of lately. I really, really like that one too, man. What else you got there for me? Uh, Regularly. What you talking about there, man? What you talking about? 359 unlimited for 96 hours, say 319. You know what though, bro? You know what I'm saying? I actually got a PA. I got one, man. I got a EV. Is that an EV? Yeah, I think I got an EV, man. Yeah, I got an EV PA that we have here. Man, look, bro, that motherfucker got 1200 watts and it's an active speaker. And like you could turn that bitch down. You can't even turn it up to got doggone 9 o'clock. You gotta keep it at about like goddamn 7 or in between 7 and 8 o'clock, man, on the volume because that's how much powerful that thing is, bro. I've been kind of want to do a party, man, because that one speaker, man, is a beast, bro, for real. I think that's what you're talking about with that, with the PA speaker, whatnot. Yeah, man, appreciate you, man. But yeah, we definitely gonna get started on some classes and stuff like that. As soon as I can get this first module out the way. And I'm just gonna let you know, man, it's gonna be about, you know, saying vocal recording, because a lot of people are doing that right now. They're recording their own vocals. And if you want to have the most out of your vocals, whatnot, man, it's some very easy techniques that'll get your vocal sounding right. And you know, everybody got their own method and everything like that, but just starting out with the basics of how to get that vocal to sound right, you'll be surprised on, you know, saying mic placement. If your mic is over here and you're rapping over there versus moving it a little bit closer to your mouth, you can hear a proximity effect, and that can affect how you sound. That can affect how it's gonna. If you have vocals like this, that's kind of like in that you know, from mouth to diaphragm, right? And you do stacks at the same distance or whatnot, you're gonna have a hollowness in the vocal, and that can cause some EQ issues or whatnot. But if you just listen right there, and that may be good, and that little bit of movement, 2-3 centimeters, can make a real difference when you start stacking all those vocals. A lot of people don't know about that proximity effect, and also mic placement, and that could really be an issue on that. So I'll be doing a you know, saying online class on that, man. And just, you know, saying what equipment that you can get at a very, very affordable price, man. Everything off of Amazon if you want to and stuff like that. So definitely I'm working on it and stuff like that. And I stick to my I stick to my words when I say I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it done, man. It's just really, you know, I like a nice presentation, and I like to come correct and not half-assed and stuff like that. So the knowledge is there, just gotta get it shot and stuff like that. And right now, if you come into the studio, it's a little cramped because my wife got a goddamn desk in here. But yeah, and everything like that, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me tonight, man. I think the next live stream I'm gonna do, we're gonna play around in Reason, man, because let me tell you something. I found my old self when it comes to production. I found my old self when it comes to production and Reason, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. The old Rich. I'm talking about like the if you know me, like back in those 2000 teens. Yeah, before I even started touching on Ableton Live, man, I found the old Rich in Reason, man. And man, it feels good. I was getting to a point with Ableton Live where I wasn't really being too confident in myself on the tracks in Ableton Live that I was producing. It felt like I wasn't good enough, questioning my production skills and stuff like that, feeling like I was falling off, and just kind of start dipping and dabbing in Reason itself, and stuff like that, man. I'm like, yo, this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Reason has definitely, yeah, the last few tracks I've been producing Reason the last 2 weeks, I'm like, yeah, this that old rich stuff like that. So I think a part of it is, you know, saying you can see what you're doing. There's color. Ableton Live just has that stagnant color, man, and you know, you need to be excited of what you're looking at. The graphic user interface is everything when it comes to computer music production and mixing and everything like that. Just like you looked at Luna, it has color. Studio One, it has color. Ableton Live, that's one thing. If I can just talk with somebody on the design team, they need to overhaul their graphic user interface, because a lot of people, when they navigate to Ableton Live, it's like, I don't like it. It looks confusing, and got a lot of people that don't give a damn, like myself. I don't care about it, but after a while though, it gets a little taxing and stuff like that. So I don't like the fact that, you know, using Reason in there as a rewire or a BST plugin. That's just dumb as hell to me. So I'd rather use it in conjunction, or use Reason as a whole versus just using it in Ableton Live. I just don't believe in that. So I've been on it though, man, and I'll tell you what, man, I forgot how fun Reason is to produce in there. So yeah, we're gonna have to definitely play in there or whatnot. I was gonna get around to some new tools tonight, but I'll say that for Reason, or whatever the case may be, I wish I could sample without being, you know, saying flagged or disputing a goddamn claim on YouTube, man, because they're getting out of pocket with this, man. Like this track right here, I already know somebody gonna flag me about this beat. And then whenever my partner C-Dash put this record out, he's gonna, but whoever he distribute through, they're gonna flag me on it because it's their record or whatnot. And I have to go and explain, motherfucker, hell, I mixed the shit. How you gonna flag me on that? They'll go ahead and review it and be like, oh, okay. Got it. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So, yeah, that's part of the difficulties with that or whatnot, man. But I do have some sampling tools. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to use AI, download some AI songs that has vocals in there, and then do some of these examples with a couple of plugins that I have. Some of the pickups that I have is the one that you saw tonight is the Harrison 32C mixing channel strip console plugin, however you want to call that shit. I picked up the Soft 2 Mic E saturated plugin, saturated compressor plugin. That's nice. It's almost like a saturator with the distressor built into one, but it's actually a actual unit, and it's just a different flavor of a distressor. I like it. That saturator, that preamp circuit they got on that plugin is awesome and stuff like that. I picked up another plugin. I forget the name of it, but what it does is it basically breaks up some stems. You have vocals, melody, drums, and bass, and you could turn down either or. And there's a little box that you could drag into the little stereo display that they have going on, and you could drag a certain section and it'll EQ out just that. It's awesome, especially if you're working with samples and stuff like that. So I have, like, if you're watching this and you're an artist and you want sample beats, I got stem separations. I got ways to get shit now, and it's so awesome to sample. But a lot of people don't, they ain't asking me for sample type beats, but you could definitely make it happen because you can isolate all of that, pitch it up and down. It's just like beat production is just getting a whole lot easier nowadays and stuff like that. So, yes, Ozone 10, 11. Ozone 11. I got that one. Yeah. I like what Ozone is doing. They making that, man. They making Ozone nice. I've been using Ozone for years, ever since it was like that black and neon green. It looked like a goddamn military freaking radar. But yeah, man, Ozone is still a good master and suite. It's nice too. I sleep on it because I don't use it as much because there's so much I got in the arsenal, man. But when I do use it, I love the low, what it is, the rebalancer tool that they got in there, red, where you can turn down the lows and turn up the vocals. It's some type of AI stuff, man. It's almost like stem separation. But man, like if you fucked up on the vocal, and I didn't use this, that's why I use it still. Sometimes I'll, mix stuff in the headphones and I'll be in a rush trying to get it to a quick turnaround. And I'll listen back to it. Hey, I need to make some changes, man. The vocals just need to come up. Cool, not a problem. I'll slap that bad boy on that and use that rebalancer, turn the vocals up just a little bit, and I ain't got to touch no faders, nothing. Keep everything the same. Just turn it. Yeah, right there. Yeah. So yeah, man, Ozone, some motherfucking beats. What's another grab I got, man? God damn it. Fuck. How long we been on this stream? 3 hours. Another one that I got, I'll just say that one for that. It's a plug-in manufacturer out of Mexico. It's called Assault Audio. And they came out with this little channel strip from a console. I never heard of this console, but it's a Panasonic. I ain't know Panasonic made audio equipment, but apparently they made audio, this small format console, kind of like a Mackie mixer, but they call it a console, I think in the early 90s or the late 80s. And it's a channel strip, and it has the preamp circuitry and the 3-band EQ with it. And I bought the plug-in because it was $9. Hey, $9, shit. Let me grab it. Let me play with it. So I bought it, man, and I haven't had a chance to demo it or play with it. I bought it because it's $10, man. It's $10, dog. Come on. So I bought it, man, and I was gonna utilize it tonight. But you know what I'm saying, me and Red and others out there, man, we had started having fun and whatnot, man. So I'm gonna play around with that on the next live stream and stuff like that, man. So yeah. You know what though? Yeah, their marketing is definitely has taken a turn. They got bought out by Native Instruments, you know what I'm saying? So that's like Plug-in Alliance now, man. It's kind of like they're just throwing out sales now. They kind of, every time you look up Plug-in Alliance having sales, they never used to have a lot of sales. You had to buy into the market of Plug-in Alliance, and then you'll get your vouchers and your sales through email and not through the public. But since Native Instruments bought them out, man, it's like they're turning into ways. Every time you look up, every fucking week, it's a $29 sale. Stuff like that. So it's like, shit, man. Like, man, that lets you know, like, how much it really costs to make a plug-in. Does it cost $2 to make a plug-in? I'm just saying, does it cost $2 to make a plug-in? I think so. I think it costs less than that. You know what I'm saying? And you're getting like a 400% profit selling the plug-in at the bare minimum. Let's say $99, right? And some of these plugins they making now is like buku shit, and they selling it at damn near $100 price point. Man, that gotta be a 500% profit, and it only costs you like $5 to make the plugin. I'm just saying though. So yeah, Native Instruments bought out Isotope along with Plug-in Alliance, and it's somebody else out there, bruh. The quality is going down, and Plug-in Alliance really not pushing out them plugins like talking about either, man. So they used to push out plugins like crazy, new stuff, but they kind of slowed down, man. So that's why I've been really on UAD hard. Hey, man, it's working. Another one too, man. Antelope Audio Synergy, the Synergy Core, Native Instruments, Native plugins. Yeah, yeah. If they can fix their stuff, or it's like the window resizing on the GUI and stuff like that, if they can just fix that, man, and get it running smoothly. Yeah. Yeah. It's giving plug-in and lines running for his money, but plug-in and lines really do got some good shit, though, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. Let's see here. Mixbus 10 Pro. So, Reason is a production tool. Reason is a production tool. I can mix in Reason, but the way Reason has, the way they kind of have their, so when you have that rack view, they don't give the whole GUI of the plugin. It's in a fucking box, and you have a thumbnail on the right, and you gotta click on that in order to see the thumbnail. That's too much clicking. So I only use Reason as a production tool. I stem out everything just like I do with Ableton Live. I can mix in Ableton Live, not a problem. I can mix in Reason, not a problem. We stemming out. We either mixing it in Luna or Mixbus 10 Pro. That ain't going nowhere, Red. Trust me, videos are coming. It'll have to be on a vibe like a song like this. Anything high energy, kind of like a trap beat or anything, you know what I'm saying, on this vibe right here, you know what I'm saying, that's definitely got to come through Luna. But anything on a boom bap, this type of vibe, R&B, country, gospel, you know what I'm saying, something that's mid-tempered and below, definitely running through Mixbus. Mixbus is a motherfucking fool now. It's a fucking fool. I ain't gonna lie to you. And you know what I'm saying, with mixing programs, I don't need, you know, and let me just talk about that too. I don't really need something like Studio One now, because Studio One is just really kind of like, they're getting really full. They're getting really fat on what Studio One could do. I mean, when you start getting into a program that can do production, mastering, mixing, goddamn notation and scoring and shit like that, that's 4 major things you cramming in there. Now you got goddamn, you can do studio sessions with somebody else that has the same subscription in there, and then you can download goddamn sounds. It's a lot of shit going on in that in that software, and it's just too much, man. And it's taking a lot of background resources, and when you start mixing in there for us plugin, it's gonna crack at a certain point. And that's what I feel like Personas is really doing. It's, again, they got bought out from Fender. What the fuck? A guitar company buying out a whole goddamn hardware and software company. That's taking steps backwards. Quality going down. So if you start to understand these trends, man, a lot of these investor firms and bigger companies that have the capital starting to buy out these smaller companies that actually have a really good product at the moment, that's what happens. I hope, and this is a really, really big hope, I pray and I hope that UAD does not get bought out from anybody else. That company been around for some years, and I hope they do not fold into the money grab situation and they get bought out, because I guarantee their product is going to be shit. But I think they're going to be good because they have a very, very very strong, stern and direct mission, making good quality stuff that can't be replicated, and stuff like that. You just can't remake a UAD interface. You know what I'm saying? You just can't remake a 1176, a La 2A, and all that other good stuff. And their plugins is different. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope they don't get bought out as well, man. Yeah, bruh. Oh, nah, man. You good, man. You good. I'm sitting up here just trying to down all these damn pop rocks. It's too late for pop rocks, man. But I'm up right now, man. Shit, I ain't got nothing to do. Hell, you go... Man, look, man, Hurricane Barrel, man, came through here and it messed up a lot of things. Hell, I couldn't even go get a goddamn thing of ice cream, man, from the goddamn ice cream shop. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things out here, man. The grocery stores, they haven't really restocked, like talking about, because there's a lot of portions of Houston Metroplex is out of power. You know what I'm saying? Gas stations haven't really restocked like talking about, because hell, the company that come to restock them, their goddamn office is out of power. So it's a hot mess, man. So hell, shit. The only excitement I got today is cutting the grass. So you know what I'm saying? I'm up, man. I will go and do some more music stuff, man, but I don't want to have a 5-6 hour stream or whatnot. And I think this damn program and YouTube cut me off at about goddamn 6 hours or whatnot. Because if I make another beat, I know we're gonna get up in that 6 hour range. But this is good though, man. I hope anyone that's watching this content, man, you got something from it, or whatnot. And I'm trying to clean up my mouth. That's the only time I really curse, is on the live stream. On my uploaded videos, I kind of keep it mild tempered. But give you some headway on the uploaded videos. I do have one about I got a video breakdown. So I listened to you, Red. You know what I'm saying? I made a beat, and so I got to just do the voiceover that kind of cut out the parts and do the voiceover on making a beat and stuff like that. There's one guy that's floating around. He does the same thing too, but he uses AI to do his thing. So I guess he types what he wants, and then the AI actually, damn, this thing is out of focus. AI actually speaks for him, or whatnot, which is pretty cool. But that's too much work right there, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. And then I got another video on Side Widener, which is a really, really good tool. That it'll take a mono signal and really make it like a stereo signal. It's amazing. I just saw that Reason had something like that as well, so very interesting. But I got a video dedicated to Side Widener, and I have to do another video in Reason process video on that stereo tool that they have in there. It's a new tool that was in the update in 13. And everything like that. So there's a lot of things in Reason I could just do tutorials about, man. That's how I got started with my YouTube channel, Reason. So if you go all the way back to 2010 on my channel, you'll see all those Reason videos and tutorials I did on Reason, and mixing tutorials and production tutorials as well, man. So it's kind of like, you know, like what we're in right now, man, where everybody's kind of doing this thing of time is returning back, you know what I'm saying? You know, shoes or, you know, throwbacks are coming the new thing now and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, well, shit, does it happen in the music industry? Hey, yes, it does, you know? So, yeah, man. What else you got from Red? What else you got from Big Dog? Nah, I'm good, bro. I ain't gonna. Oh, damn. Yeah, it's 2:20. Where you at? Nah, man, shit. I don't like waking up late in the morning anymore. I used to be like that. Fuck it, I'ma stay up late and I'll wake up at like 11:30 and stuff like that. But I don't like do that anymore, man, because I feel like shit. Soon as you wake up and you start going, man, you look up, it's goddamn 6 o'clock. I don't like that, man. I need my whole day to get shit done. So or whatnot, man. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, because we had about 3.5 hours on this stream or whatever. Hey, man, if you want to, man, go ahead and support the stream. Scan the QR code at the top left corner. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? Donate at your leisure. You know what I'm saying? And if not, it's all good, man. I ain't looking for no money. I just appreciate y'all tuning in and checking out my bald-headed behind on this stream right here. And, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys can utilize something that will, you know what I'm saying, definitely help you out in the future and stuff like that, man, and everything like that, man. Shout out to my boy Red, you know what I'm saying, always on the live streams, kicking and chilling with me on the chat and everything like that, man. Shout out to my boy C Dash, the guy that was on the vocals in this video and everything like that. He probably went to bed or probably out there, you know what I'm saying, in a casino or somewhere where he stays at or whatnot, you know what I'm saying. He's in the casino city, so he probably out there doing his thing, whatnot, man. Yes, sir. Los Probably is not on right now. I can't see who is on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened, but shout out to you, Los, man. Always tuning in and checking out the channel as well, man. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here and stuff like that, man. I appreciate everyone, you know what I'm saying, tuning in, checking it out. Don't forget to hit like or subscribe on this particular channel, man. And we definitely going to do this again sometime this weekend, probably Sunday. We'll be producing in Reason. And I don't produce nothing specific. It's just whatever I'm feeling and stuff like that. But, you know, I'm going to try to do something a little bit more up to date instead of all the guitar beats that I've been doing or whatever the case may be. Utilizing some of the tools that I have with DNA Sound Labs, which is one of the good good tools and good refills that you can really make some good hip hop tracks in Reason. Other than that, there's not a lot of Reason refills out there, but they really do a really good job. And I'm not sure why there's no one really talking about their products. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely going to showcase everything that they got going on, man, because they got stuff. And every time they come out with something, it's good. I like it. I buy it. And they give good discounts too, man. So, with all that being said, I'm getting out of here for sure, man. Take my pop rocks eating ass out of here and stuff like that, man. Y'all be good where it's at, man. I don't want to keep DJ Red up too much longer and stuff like that, because it's going to be 2:30 by the time we finish up out of here and stuff like that, man. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. Stuff like that, man. The music stopped, so I'm going to stop. Y'all be cool out there, man. Catch the next live stream again. Like, subscribe to the channel and stuff like that. Videos is coming soon. Hey, man, rock with your boy, man. You been in the video with your boy, Super Mario, man. We out of here.